place you're living in is the best place on the planet. There's this thing called the beach, and you get to experience another part of Miami's beauty.
If Jake Paul fights Conor McGregor, it's the biggest fight in history. Yo, did you just change the topic from tits to you working? Bitches in the Waldorf, bubbly in the bathtub. Pop, pop. Bugatti downstairs. I called, yo, can you bring a car? Psych, it's already there. You know what I mean?
Get the
Schmuckers.
room service.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to Flagrant 2. It's your boy, Schulz. Hey. I got Akaash Singh in the building, AlexxMedia and Mark Gagnon. We got the truffle here. And, yeah, man, interesting week. Yo, I got Vax. That's
what?
Y'all, Moderna, bro.
Oh, shit, Moderna gang.
Bro. Moderna gang in the building. If y'all not with Moderna, you could die in the streets.
Yeah.
Okay?
But you said you were changing it up. You're getting the second shot.
Second shot, I'm going Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Because you got to mix it up. You got to mix it up.
Double coverage.
Double coverage. You never know who's going to be a little bit better with it. Johnson & Johnson second. I might throw a Pfizer in there as well.
Why would you go Johnson & Johnson second?
Because they're going to come back with a vengeance.
Oh, exactly. You think so?
Yeah, die hard with a vengeance.
They really fixed that baby powder.
Wait, they did it?
No.
I be using that shit to this day. That's when my taint itches, bro. I was in a fight with my girl and I had to stop the fight to itch my ass.
Damn.
Bro, that was the worst thing I've ever, because I'm sitting down and she's like, can we just sit down and talk about this? And I'm like, all right, yeah. And I kept rubbing my butt into the seat thinking it would scratch the ass and it wouldn't scratch enough. And I just had to get up at one point and dig my fingernails into my ass. Fucking talcum powder from Johnson & Johnson. It's Pfizer and AstraZeneca all the way.
Did you pause the argument?
Say what?
Did you pause the
I
argument?
paused the argument. It's scratch. She heard it. I did a 20-second timeout, bro. I don't need the full. I don't need the full. Come on.
Give one of these.
I go, yo, 20-second timeout.
That option in the fight.
I'm getting my ass kicked in this argument. 20-second timeut.
I gotta draw up a new play. I gotta go on the
We need to start doing that during fights,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
if we
yeah.
losing bad, just be like, yeah. Water break.
You couldn't even do that with your dead arm this weekend.
Bro,
You've been
I couldn't move my
exhausted.
whole.
this shit
my
fucks
left
you up.
arm completely motionless.
Yeah.
Could not move it. My
At all?
girl was getting away with all sorts of shit, bro. Couldn't discipline her at all. She was bossing me around and shit. And I was like, girl, what? All right, whatever, bro. Watch come Tuesday. See what happens when I'm back. Full mobility.
Yeah.
Son, we went to a movie
Right.
this weekend, right? And it just so happened that my girl might have had a romantic liaison in the past with one of the actors from this movie. Okay? Yeah. Okay? I'm sitting in the theater, the iPick, super comfy, but not so fucking comfy. Okay? And this is how jealous I am. I'm not gonna say which movie it was, but I'm watching this shit like
You better not, boy. You better not.
Right now, just Googling what movie theaters are playing in iPick.
What came out
this past weekend?
You're gonna get a list.
I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, if King Kong and Godzilla don't kill this motherfucker, die, bro, die. You know how painful this shit was? I'm watching this motherfucker save Earth, and I can't even lift my arm to put it in to get some popcorn. You know how pitiful I felt, bro.
You watch him save Earth, like, baby, can I sit?
Yo, literally at one point in time, motherfuckers saving the Earth, right? Fighting Godzilla, okay?
Yeah.
And I literally went like this. And then I had to switch arms to get popcorn out the bucket, bro. Never again. My girl wanted to talk to me. She's like, I honestly didn't know that he had this big a role in the movie. I was like, oh, did you not? You thought it was just going to be all Godzilla and King Kong?
You're doing IMDb one time before the freaking movie? Gonna do one Google search?
How does that come up?
Say what?
How does that come up? Like, yo,
How does
keep
what
that
come
shit
up?
to yourself until after the movie.
It's
yo.
come up a few times.
Oh, okay. I think you just
No, I
found
knew
out.
going in.
Got it.
I knew going in. I knew about it, but I didn't know that person was in it. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't like knowing any past. I don't want to know any single past.
Yeah.
I don't want my girl to know any past about me. You know what I mean? She could be scrolling whatever app got loser bitches, bro. Is there an app for loser bitches? But yeah.
Watching Basketball Wives, like, where the motherfucking minute.
Nah, I ain't fucking no basketball wives. Come on now. Come on, you can't fill that void.
Damn. So did it ruin the movie for you or what?
Yeah, it ruined the movie for me.
Did you trash it? Did you trash his performance?
Say what?
Trash his performance.
It's like, I had everything ready.
Did you
When
tweet at him?
So I thought my man was gonna die. When my
Should have tweeted him. Yo, he's melted.
Godzilla squashes
he is
motherfucker.
melting up there.
He can't commentate this fight at all. Godzilla versus Kong.
So, keep that same energy when you're talking to King Kong. When you're talking to Godzilla.
He was like, yo, Godzilla sucks, bro. Godzilla's a tool, bro.
Yeah, you out there telling how cool Godzilla looks, how spiky he is and shit like that. Now you go in the room with King Kong, you trying to feed him bananas. You know, you got bushels of bananas for King Kong. Nah, bro, I was waiting for that motherfucker to die. When he died, I was about to be like, see? That's it. See? Choose wisely. Yeah? Fuck boy. Stupid motherfucker. Motherfucker was trying to say funny lines in the movie. I'll just look at my girl like, laugh at this shit. I dare you. I dare you to laugh at this motherfucker.
Did you heckle the
me,
movie?
bro.
Did you heckle the movie? Be honest.
I was so close, bro.
Hilarious. Look at the funny guy, man. Everyone's laughing. Look at this theater. Oh, yeah, you guys all laughing, right? Man, these guys got jokes. Do the fight.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Oh, fucking dying, bro.
Heckling the movie, that's a new level.
Son, I was not feeling it. I'm a jealous ass boy, son.
I know.
Yeah, I'm looking like, keep your fucking clothes on, bro. Taking your fucking clothes off for what, bro? Like, for what? For what? Drown. Have y'all seen the movie yet? King Kong vs. Godzilla?
No. How's he looking? No
Don't
shirt
see
on?
that
I'm
shit.
for sure gonna watch it.
Don't see that
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
that
I'm
shit
gonna
is
watch
stupid.
that.
Low key is fire, but that shit is dumb. You know what I mean? More people got to die.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. How was your guys' weekend?
But that's a crazy life though that you live.
What's that?
That like I don't know, like I got to worry about like going to Whole Foods and seeing some guy. You know what I mean? Like
I can't even see major motion pictures.
that's what I'm saying. Like
What you're saying is I should have married a Catholic.
Yes.
I think that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Right? Fuck. Are you ever worried about that? With your
Why would
girl?
I be?
What?
Why would I be? We're both virgins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You snatched that?
Yeah, dog.
Yo, you took that V card,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dog, that's what I do, dog.
Really?
I've only had sex with virgins, actually.
Yo,
now that I think about it. You know what I mean?
That's respect.
I don't know.
bro.
That kind of makes me feel weird, dude.
Wait, why?
I don't know. That's a little kind of predatory, dude.
Yo,
Only
yeah,
virgins?
That's
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
predatory.
I'm a predator,
I'm
dog.
down to pick on him now too. That's
I'm a predator, dog.
That's
That's
a
what I
little
do.
Choosing the
predatory,
game.
bro.
I'm predatory.
So that's some liberal cuck shit.
Yo, Akaash is a liberal, dude.
Mark comes to me the other day. He goes, "Listen, I found white people's N-word." I go, oh, wait, isn't that
White people's
isn't that
N-word?
the N-word? I thought that was the N-word. He goes, no. Like a word they're offended by,
Yeah.
like the N-word. I was like, what is it? He goes, liberal cuck, bro. If you just call a white person a liberal cuck, the more conservative they are, the more it infuriates them. And Mark was telling me he went back to like his family reunion. What, Easter or something? I don't know what the fuck
Family
it is.
reunion, yeah,
Family reunion.
reunion.
He was just going to his brothers and shit. He was just going. He's like, bro, have you been like reading more like Huffington Post or something like that lately? Like, I don't know. You just seem a little,
Yeah, dude.
you just seem a little more liberal or whatever.
Under their skin. Akaash is spinning right now. Ever since
Yo,
I started calling him a liberal.
Akash is furious because you were being very mean, bro.
What is
I was being mean?
Akaash said you bent over at the waist to tie your shoes. He's like, what kind of liberal shit is that,
He
bro?
did.
Like, yo,
He did.
come on. You bend over at the waist to tie your shoes, bro?
I just don't see a more efficient way, you know?
So you get 2 for 1?
Yeah, I get a nice little hammy stretch and I get to tie my shoes. And you know what I mean? People get to check out the goods. I wish Mark would tie his shoes like that with that fucking better.
Oh, dude, there would be assault every day, bro. Assault and battery.
See, this is
bro.
the thing. How would you look at your nails?
Huh?
How would you look at your nails?
I go like that. Why?
That's a
Is that a
liberal-ass
liberal
way to
cuck
do it,
way to
bro.
do
That's
it?
cucked out, dude.
I go like that.
Yeah, as far away as possible.
This is the most inefficient way to look at your nails when you
Yeah.
think about it. Like, why would you want it to be further away from your eyes?
I don't understand it.
How we look is good.
Yeah.
Everything we do is more efficient. We're just a more efficient species.
Yeah, speak that shit. Talk to, because I got my shit out already. Talk your shit. Yeah. Be passive aggressive like me. How is your girl being inefficient? But don't say it. But say it.
I don't know every decision.
Like
you know what I marvel at? Anytime I give my girl an option for two things, one is cheaper, one is more expensive, she doesn't have to know prices. She always somehow in the mood for the more expensive thing. It blows my fucking
you know how I
mind.
know this is Akaash real through and through. I was working out with Muscle Doc today. Shout out to Jordan. And Jordan said some shit to me like, Akaash be going through it, huh? Like, Akaash lives his raps, bro.
I'm about that life,
Akaash
dog.
lives his
I'm
raps.
about that life, dog.
You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, what about you guys? How are you?
This cast, the fucking Godzilla is so long, I can't pick which guys.
Thank God.
I'm trying to find.
Thank God. Okay? Thank God.
Yeah.
Move on. You just giving Reddit shit to do.
Yeah.
Fuck, Reddit gonna be nonstop. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
I think you gave Reddit shit to do.
I gotta check that motherfucker's Instagram to see if she's still following this motherfucker, bro. How do you know it's a dude? Now it's a dude, but girl ain't no fuck. Bro, are you crazy? Come on, dog. You know?
Yo, Andrew's in a mood, dog.
Yeah, your boy a little saucy today. I got vaxxed, son.
Yeah, you've been
you
acting a
acted.
little tizzed out.
Have I? I have bosoms now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have bosoms. I
What do you
think
mean?
there's estrogen in it.
B cup?
I'm B cup.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
Wait, when you mean tizzed up, what do you mean? You mean like he's acting a little liberal?
No, I'm worse, bro.
Yo, wait, what's worse than being a liberal
Getting tizzed out.
cuck?
He got tizzed out.
Autistic. He's
Oh,
You have
yeah,
accident.
yeah. It's
Oh,
being
okay.
incredibly insulting to people who have like a monkey disorder or whatever. You know what I mean?
Godzilla
That
versus
laugh is a
Kong.
little Audie right there.
Was it a little bit? Was it a little bit? Why? Why we gotta feel bad for them? I just watched one of them save the fucking earth. For 2 hours, I just watched one of them save the earth. You know what I mean? What? What? Yeah.
That's an old man laugh, bro.
That one came from.
That's a Domino's laugh. That's crazy.
A Domino's laugh. Son. Shout out to you, Al,
You're a wild boy.
for taking all the rude.
Oh my God, bro.
The
stock. Oh my God.
Yo, Mark,
This motherfucker has a bandana right now. Where's your rude bandana?
I don't have it. I got stolen. My dick. Stop.
I'm a pocket checker. Where's your rude bandana? Son?
Nah. So
Son
basically,
came in here flagging today.
Rude sends us
we
all.
did what?
Rude sends us all merchandise. All right, they send us all the nicest shit. They send us shirts. They send us shorts.
No, they didn't.
Thank you so much, Rude, for sending us all this
Nah,
stuff.
don't cap it.
It was
We tell the real
addressed to
story.
everyone. It said, "Yo, to the Flagrant 2 squad except Akaash."
Yeah.
and they sent us all this dope shit. He wasn't gonna
We
wear
don't
it,
no
bro.
liberal cuck
Yeah,
wearing our shit.
Yo,
Liberals can't wear Rude.
when
bro.
do we get a rude box?
Yeah, that's my point. Thank you, Akaash. You're mad. You are mad. We're all mad, okay?
We are all
Yeah,
bad.
we're all
Fuck.
mad.
Yeah.
And so
we just showed up. There's an open box that had rude shit in it. We didn't even know that there was
How
rude
you
coming
guys
in.
are capping? This is crazy.
Son,
No.
what was left in there? There was a pair of shoelaces.
How you guys
You
capping?
had one
like
pair of
this?
shoelaces. What? It was one pair of shoelaces.
That's it.
You had a
It
bandana.
came to my house, but
Say
that's
what?
cool. It came to my house.
That's even
think
worse.
they
even
sent this
That's
shit?
even worse.
What are you talking about?
Yo, where's
You
the
know the
studio?
address of the studio.
Yeah, if he's sending it to me,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna come to my
Say,
house.
Alex, I want to send you
Yes,
specifically some rude shit.
yes. I'll open the DMs right now and show you.
Yo, you know what? Cut that super wide shot
Yeah,
for the podcast.
yeah.
We gotta cut that shit. He getting too much fancy shit, and none of us getting nothing. Okay?
Son, just bring the short shorts back. I'm sure Victoria's Secret
Yo,
sponsors
they
you,
bullied
son.
me, bro. Because the comments bullied me out of wearing shorts on the podcast, bro.
I know, dog. What's
Fuck,
going on,
dog.
Andrew?
Do I have to come back with a vengeance?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
dog.
go.
Son, it's
Come
been
back,
over
bro.
a month, son.
I gotta come back with a vengeance?
Come back with that Johnson & Johnson, bro.
So, it's gonna be Johnson, bro. It's gonna be Johnson. I haven't had an erection since I got that fucking thing, dude.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
How often do you get erections as is? I feel like you be saving your shit, like
No,
you be budgeting.
I get on Thursday. I get an erection on Thursdays, and then I get one erection on Thursdays.
Do you get
bro.
pissed if you get erection when you're not ready for it?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, fuck, dude.
No, it's because you guys are also staying in the place and I'll be in the pool. And I'll be like, I gotta stay in this shit till this shit goes down, bro. Fuck, dude. Babe, give me a towel. You know? You guys never get that sneaky boner when you guys like hug in the pool and there's water all over?
Yeah.
That's that sneak.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's fun.
Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. Come on,
crazy,
bro. Dude, you're acting like a real conservative guy. You see that red, white hat, dog? We know what that stands for.
Yeah.
We know what that stands for, Al.
Red hat, white letters.
Whoa.
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 Yeah.
Make New York great again, huh, Al?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. As I think of something to say.
What to say?
He's still spitting about the rude thing. That's what it is. So then to make
say it,
that
bro.
insult to injury,
How
bro.
salty are
Literally,
you?
he gets all the rude shit. He gives us one bandana, like a hanky.
A
He's
single
That's how
bandana.
I'll be
Yo, take a
operating.
hand,
I'll be
Gabe.
operating on the sneak.
Yeah.
Al, you're a sneaky
So,
guy.
we got
You're
multiple
lucky.
pairs of shorts.
He's lucky I asked for
The next day, Al
extra
shows
pieces.
up. He
Because
shows
the guy
up.
was like, yo, it's going to be
Rude
hard for me to send a
socks.
lot
Well,
of
hold
stuff.
on.
Rude shorts, rude shirt, rude bandana. He's wearing a full rude.
Yeah, super hype beast. You were
Yeah.
hyped out.
So.
In our
And,
faces.
he was hating.
You couldn't even get the
And he
soul
was
out.
hating. He
The
wishes
soul.
he could be.
Your body swallowed
He
the
wishes
soul.
he could be hyped right now.
You got nothing, dog. You're
I
a,
wore 2
sneak,
pairs
you're
of
a
shorts.
sneaky guy.
Iron your next one. Like,
I will never.
like,
I will never.
I see you got new shirts, but at least iron.
Yo, but then
son.
I ruin the good fold of the new shirt. You know, the
Nah.
new shirt is,
that
super
so-
crisp
is that
fold.
soul?
Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
yeah. Shouts to
Yo, we're not shouting out.
Yeah.
We're not
Fuck you
doing no
doing?
shout outs.
You
We're talking
shout
about
out.
Rude right now. We're
But
talking
shout
about
out to Rude. If you guys want to send me any more stuff, I fucks with you.
Oh yeah.
guys.
Speaking of which, this is my new thing that I brought up. Is I'm doing my own Flagrant ads on the side.
Okay, yeah.
So this is my new thing. So basically, if you just Venmo me like $100, I'll just bring up whatever the thing is that you want me to advertise.
Randomly
just
in
throughout
conversation.
the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm running my own little side.
I don't know why I'm supportive of this.
Yeah, like,
get to it.
because that
I'll
shit
probably figure it out
will
again.
happen.
You know what I mean? I think in that moment, I made the decision that it was more entertaining to support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an
And then once those
entrepreneur.
Venmos start coming in, then I'll stop it immediately. I really think we need to cut out that wide shot, dude. The more I think about it, Mark's taking the dove seat. You better have some sneakers to promote because that's about the only fucking thing you're going to see.
No, we're starting a mute.
I guarantee you,
Right? You see your shoe in it?
You guys don't like that shoe?
Say what? Yeah, we see your shoe.
Oh, you don't like the shoe?
So,
No, you have
isn't
nice shoes.
Dove
Those are
looking
Creative Rex.
Pretty, yo.
Yeah, he's lost weight.
Continue.
Honestly, he's lost weight.
Skin is immaculate.
Unbelievable.
No, your skin
Unbelievable.
looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Dog.
When he first came to Miami, you looked like a sweet potato tortellini.
Yeah,
now,
you did.
now,
Yeah.
you are
Like, you took 5 years off.
Yeah.
honestly for real. Hair is thicker. Hair is thicker. You are slimmer. You fit your clothes way better.
You've been getting more erections. I have noticed that.
What is that?
More erections.
Thank you, Blue Chew.
More erections. Shouts to the blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, dude, it's really unbelievable. You've transformed.
But I'll give everyone the secret soon. Alex now hears about it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
I've been getting the secret.
Why does he hear
My
about
skin
it?
There's
getting
one
real.
secret.
Oh.
Future partners. I won't Venmo. It'll be for all of us.
Just
us.
Just me.
Oh, here we go again, Hal. Here we go again.
Just me.
Watch out, Wheezy. This is how WTF Media Studios going to be as well. Okay? Soon it's going to be Media Studios.
black
You
men
going to be like,
not age well
WTF
enough?
happened to me. All right.
Fuck, dude.
Let's talk about this weekend, shall we?
Do we have to?
No. This is big.
Okay.
This is big. The Jake Paul Askren fight.
Oh, I know the fight was big. Everything else sucked.
Oh, no. The Triller event was horrible.
That's my point.
Was absolutely horrible. We can get into why it's horrible later, or we can just talk about it now. It's too much music, and the fights were boring before the Jake Paul one, and then too much music. Like I don't care about watching Saweetie lip sync. Okay,
It was so
I don't care about
trash.
Doja Cat. I don't care about any of these things. Fight fans are not Doja Cat fans. They're not Saweetie fans. Justin Bieber's performance I thought was good. I could do one song. Do one song.
Can I give
Shouts to C's. Where's Daniel Caesar?
Yeah,
Bring out Daniel Caesar.
Yeah,
Okay,
dog, where's
Justin,
he at?
Daniel, play the fucking peaches and then get to the fights. All we need are the fights. We don't care about the music component at all.
I'm gonna give you. Can I put
Go,
give one bit of
go.
pushback?
Yeah.
I hated it. I'm also not a fight fan, but this wasn't marketed to fight fans.
That's a good point.
This is marketed to young people who would be interested in Jake Paul fighting.
They fucked up.
My issue is the performances weren't good. Like Sweetie wasn't. What are you doing?
They can't be good. Like even Super Bowl performances, you're like, man, it was all right. And that is the biggest performance ever.
Yeah.
You're watching a music video live, and music videos at home are okay.
Yeah.
Live, you're like, what the fuck are we doing?
Empty stadium.
Empty stadium was weird.
If you were in
Weird,
the
weird.
room for a concert, I could see that as potentially being good. But you're not. You're watching at home. So one song is kind of fun. Bake it into the intro in some way. Figure out something. But it was just too long. Like, it's 1 o'clock by the time the fucking fight comes.
Yeah.
So, bad job. But I think Triller will be able to adjust. And they'll go, okay, people could not give a flying fuck about this much music. Maybe we'll have a couple music acts. Because I'm looking at this like you wasted money. You had to pay all these people. You don't need to pay them. You don't need Charlie D'Amelio and Dixie D'Amelio giving people fake belts. Not necessary.
Yeah.
What people are invested in when it comes to a fight is literally the outcome of that fight.
Yeah.
That's all they do. They don't need the theatrics around it. They need none of that. When we watch a street fight, you know who did this brilliantly? Barstool. When they did Rough and Rowdy, they knew that they weren't going to have famous people fight each other, but what they could do is create rivalries. So they had the city kid versus the country bumpkin.
Right.
The gay dude versus the straight dude.
Yeah.
Right? The this frat versus this frat. A firefighter versus a policeman. They found built-in rivalries that already existed, and now we're emotionally connected to the outcome of that fight. I want to see who wins, the older brother or the younger brother. They had an older brother, younger brother fight each other once. I just watched it on YouTube. I'm like, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
I want to see if that younger brother can get him.
Yeah.
Right? And it was brilliant because they understood the emotional driving point of a fight. Jake Paul also understands that.
Yeah.
And that's why we tuned into that fight.
Yeah.
And Ben Askren also understands.
Yes.
And that's why we tuned into that fight.
Yeah.
And I fucking love Ben, and I want to talk about Ben afterwards. And but I first want to give Jake some flowers.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about the knockout just yet. Jake Paul is the biggest fight in boxing right now. Bigger than Canelo.
Yeah.
Bigger than Tyson Fury. Bigger than Anthony Joshua. He is right now the biggest fight in boxing. I know you guys think I'm absolutely fucking retarded when I say this.
Yes.
I'm not joking. 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. 1.5 million.
Yeah, I
pay-per-view
don't think you're
buys.
crazy. I just need to hear numbers.
1.5 million pay-per-view buys. We can look at other past pay-per-views, but here's the thing you got to consider. This one got 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. Now that he knocked Askren out in the first round, people who don't like Jake Paul have just increased exponentially. And Jake knows that. And the MMA community that's infuriated with Jake Paul has increased exponentially. Literally every fighter, after their fight, Robert Whittaker said, I'd fight Jake Paul for less than $500,000. Why are you mentioning that fight? Why are you even bringing it up? You just won a fight on the same night. He is under everybody's skin. And what do I always say on this podcast? Haters and celebrators pay the same price of admission. And this guy is going to take people hating on him and ride that shit to the fucking top. Now, I keep hearing people say this all the fucking time. They go, why isn't he fighting a real boxer? Why isn't he fighting a real boxer?
Why would he?
Why would he?
Why does he have to?
He's not trying to win the belt.
He doesn't
He's
want to
trying
be the greatest
win
boxer of
money.
all time. Yeah.
Yes. Money.
Yeah.
And you cannot show me a boxer that wouldn't like to make millions of dollars in their first 3 fights. You think that these boxers want to fight 20 times before they fight for a title and maybe touch $1 million?
Yeah.
Fuck no. Give me the money immediately. If you're smart enough to not care about the fucking belt, which if you don't care about the sport, who gives a fuck about the belt?
Yeah. Right.
If there was no money in boxing, Jake Paul's not going to be a boxer.
Right.
Like, he knows it. But that motherfucker, say what you want about. I don't care if you like his personality or don't like his personality. Remove personality from all this.
Right.
Just look at straight business. The guy knows how to get under people's skin, get them invested, and get them wanting to beat his ass.
He's really smart.
The kid is fucking smart,
He's
dude.
really smart.
He understands business.
He might not communicate it well, but he knows what he's doing.
Bro, he knows he knows how to get people to fucking hate him. And in an attention economy, hate is the easiest form of attention.
Yeah.
We are so much quicker to hate things than we are love.
Yes.
How hard is it for us to give something up?
Being hated takes less talent, but it takes one supreme talent, and that is you have to be willing to be hated.
Superpower.
Which most of us are not.
Superpower. Again, I don't care if you're listening right now, you're like, I fucking hate that kid, Jake Paul. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's going to make tens of millions of dollars doing this boxing thing because you hate him.
He probably already made tens of millions.
And just for numbers' sake, you said 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. If that's a true number, that would make it the 12th highest pay-per-view box office ever. And that's comparing to the Floyd Mayweather fights. This is more than Tyson fights. Like, this is number 12 in, like, with the GOATs.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest name in boxing right now, whether you like it or not, and he's not even fighting the elite boxing guys.
If him and Conor square off,
Go.
I mean, that could be the #1 fight.
So listen,
pay-per-view.
if Conor beats Dustin Poirier,
Yeah.
if Conor beats Dustin and doesn't fight Jake, he is wasting money. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because I need y'all to keep your hair. And keeping your hair right now is a fucking choice. And if you're losing your hair right now, you are choosing to go bald. You do not have to make that choice. You can keep that shit. That's what I did, okay? Over a decade ago, I decided not to lose my hair. And let me tell you something. I've been on this shit, and here I am. Maybe I need to comb it, but it's still on the top of my head to comb. And you can also do that with Keeps. Now, listen. Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair, okay? Convenient virtual doctor consultations and medication delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't have to leave your home. But now as you have a full head of hair, you absolutely will want to, okay? It's low cost. Treatments start just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions, discreet packaging, proven results. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. Prevention is key. Remember that. You stop it before it goes. You feel like it's leaving even a little bit, you hop on it
My shit
immediately.
might be leaving a little bit. I'm going to hop on it.
You got to hop on, bro. I'm telling you. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so you got to act faster. Plan that 4 to 6 months in the future. Don't wait till you're bald and think it's going to fucking grow back. I was very lucky where I got some growing back, but the most effective strategy is to stop it before it's gone. So if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, you got to go to keeps.com/flagrant to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/flagrant to get your first month free. keeps.com/flagrant. Now let's get back to it. Yeah. He's literally taking money, lighting it on fire. Because that is the biggest money fight he can get.
Yeah.
Whether Conor likes it or not, the biggest money fight he can get is against Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable what this kid has fucking done.
Yeah.
You might hate him and have a reason to. He's already back starting beef. He's already tweeting. I think they released some footage of Mike Perry and him sparring. Mike Perry, Platinum Mike Perry, is a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And he went in to give some work to Jake. And then Jake, I guess, tweeted something or said something about how, Mike Perry admitted that I kicked his ass or whatever. Now Mike Perry's all upset. Yeah. Mike Perry's trying to get into it.
Are they upset or are they excited that he's throwing them in there? Now they want to see if they can get their shot.
Maybe.
Either way.
Because it's a win for Mike Perry to get to fight Jake Paul.
Exactly.
Even if he loses.
And and I don't know if his team is doing this. I don't know if his doing. I always give credit to the person who's takes the responsibility. But maybe it's all them. But what you do is you let them all compete.
Yeah.
Who can stir up the most shit?
Yeah.
And whoever stirs up the most shit, this is what the UFC does very well, right? They have rankings. But if you stir up a lot of shit, you get some fights.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland was stirring up shit. Kevin got some fights. Now, he lost them, but he was stirring it up and he gets rewarded. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you throw names out there. You throw a Nate Diaz out there. You throw a Platinum Mike Perry out there. You throw Tyson Fury's little brother. I forget his name. He's got another Fury. You throw his name out there. You throw 5, 6, 7 guys out there. Conor, of course. And you see who gets the most
You see
gravity.
what the market dictates.
And not only the market, you see what they do with it.
Yeah.
Right? If the market doesn't want it, but you create the market,
Yeah, fair enough.
all of a sudden, now we're cooking.
Right.
Like when Logan and Mayweather were going to fight, the market wasn't that interested. So they pulled it back and they're like, okay, we need to generate some interest.
Yeah.
This motherfucker Jake has generated interest.
Yeah, because he's willing, and that's what he has that Logan is great, but what he has that Logan doesn't have is Jake is willing to be hated and doesn't give a fuck.
Logan is Captain America.
Yeah, dude.
Logan is Captain America and he wants people to like him. And I get that because he's likable.
Yeah.
And he plays a good guy.
He
plays
seems
a
like he
good
made
hero.
one huge mistake, and other than that, he seems like a pretty good kid.
Yeah. And I actually don't mind having the brothers be one good guy, one heel.
That's how it should be.
It might be the way to do it.
Because if you're Jake, you are in your big brother's shadow your entire life. You're just not him. What's the only way to be different is be the heel. If he's Captain America, let me go all the way heel.
Especially if you're looking at Logan, you're like, he's really good at being likable. He's really good at being likable.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
But I can be different. I can be weird. I can be antagonistic. I can't troll.
Right.
And the motherfucker found a way within his third fight to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You show me another boxer that's able to do this. You cannot. Regardless if you like it or not, he is the biggest name in boxing in terms of money.
Yeah.
And you know who made belts worthless? The fucking sanctioning bodies that threw out a million different belts for every single weight. You made the belts worthless. Don't be upset at Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Be upset at yourselves. You took away all the value when you kept handing it out. You was like a fiat currency.
Yeah.
We don't care about no fiat currency over
Hogs
here.
get slaughtered. You got to try to grab cash everywhere. This belt, that belt, that. But son, Isaac, as a guy who casually watches, I have no clue what any belt means.
Yeah.
I barely know the weight classes, and I know why those have to exist. But like multiple belts for a weight class, I'm out. I don't give a fuck. I'm out.
So regardless if you think that he can box or not, you cannot deny he has power.
Yes.
Ben Askren has been hit incredibly hard by people who hit incredibly hard.
Yes.
And Jake Paul hit him, and he was concussed while he was standing.
He was concussed?
He went down. I assume it's concussion, right? Anytime lights go out, right? So, and don't get me wrong, Askren's a tough motherfucker, got back up and said he was ready to go. The referee stopped it. I'm not mad at that stop. But the point is, he hit him with one shot and put him down. TKO is multiple shots, eventually like, I can't take any more. One shot lights out power is a natural thing. Sometimes people have it, sometimes they don't have it. There are professional boxers that we all love that don't have one shot knockout power.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. And they've been phenomenal fighters. And there are guys that we might have never heard of that have incredible one-punch concussive power.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Jake. He has power.
Right.
Lights out. Go.
Now, you're not mad at the early stoppage?
No.
Why?
Because this isn't
explain to that,
a
'cause
real fight. Now, you could be mad as a consumer because you want blood. But in my mind, I think that he got hurt enough. He was out on his feet. The way that his body fell, it looked like he was out on his feet. Now, Askren's tough as fucking nails. He's going to get up. I don't think you need to put him through that when, like, this is not his future, this is not his career. A short stoppage really affects a fighter who wants to keep fighting in their career because you stole a win from him. Askren did this for money.
Right.
The guy was fucking brilliant in the lead up to this. Like, not only was he generating all this interest in the fight, the guy was doing so many promos.
Yeah.
Like, I bet he maybe made just as much fighting as he did in promos. A few minutes before the fight, he posted a video of him hitting this punching machine in his own locker room.
Yeah.
Cash the check. So, like, you for me, if I'm a ref in that situation, I'm going, this guy is doing this for fun and for a huge payday. It's not worth him getting knocked down again and really doing damage, because that's when the damage happens.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset at that. I don't think people are like, oh, this was rigged. Look at the punch connect. It's not rigged.
You know what? And I don't know, you can tell me if the form was off or not, but before he landed a punch, he threw another overhand right that barely missed. And that one, I was like, he almost knocked him the fuck out right there.
Same combo.
And then got him 10 seconds later, I guess, same combo. But I was like, oh, this kid has power. When I saw that punch miss, I was like, fuck.
Say what you want about Jake. He made an adjustment in the ring. This is in the first round of the fight. Askren lands the first punch of the fight.
Yeah.
Jake kind of rushes in. Askren dips and then hits him with an overhand right. I don't think there was much on it, but Jake gets caught. He's a little bit cautious. And as Askren starts to plod forward, he made an adjustment, which was really fucking impressive. He started throwing this hook as Askren came in. So Askren comes in. He's got his hands kind of in front of him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So Jake would throw this hook as he came in, and he caught him a few times. And that stopped Askren from coming in as bravely, for lack of a better word, because he knew that there was a cost for coming in. And I'm telling you, to make an adjustment in real time like that, I've logged a lot of hours sparring, okay? And when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not thinking, okay, what can I do different? Like sometimes between rounds, you're like, I was getting caught with that. How do I avoid that shit a little bit like that? And as you do more, you maybe get a little more comfortable making those adjustments. It was impressive. I'm not saying the guy should go challenge for the fucking cruiserweight belt right now.
Yeah.
But 3 years in, it's impressive. And the last thing he should do is fight some boxer that's really good that has no fucking clout. He should go after MMA guys, and he should stay in that world and people who are famous. Stay in that world, cash the fucking checks.
Yeah.
If he had 1.5 million buys on this one, to get from number 12 to number 3, which is Khabib Conor, you need one more million views. And you're talking someone like Conor, an international audience.
Can I tell you something?
You're so close to being number one. The other ones.
Let me tell you something. If Jake Paul fights Conor McGregor, you're going to think I'm crazy when I say this. It's the biggest fight in history.
Bigger than Floyd and Conor.
The two biggest are the number one is 4.6 million Pacquiao Mayweather. Second biggest is Mayweather McGregor 4.3 million.
Sorry, I'll push back.
Then it goes down to 2.5 million, which was Khabib McGregor.
Let me take this back. I take that back. I apologize. I don't think they hit Mayweather Pacquiao, and I don't think they hit Mayweather McGregor. I think they can beat the 2.5.
Agreed.
Because you're adding Connor's star power to it.
Mhm.
I mean, and Connor's got to win this fight against Poirier to make that happen. But if he wins that fight against Poirier, he's going in there. He could go in there with Jake, and they could do 2.5 easy. Easy.
If Connor loses, what happens?
He loses a lot of money.
We were calling sports bars this weekend. They wouldn't even pay for the pay-per-view. Like, this was really driven, I think, by the attention of like Jake Paul, his audience, a younger market, the Triller fans. You bring in, these bars buying these
disagree.
licenses for the.
I don't think it was Triller fans. I literally think it was fight fans wanting to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Because,
I think that was the only community that was really hyped about this fight. I was in New York this past weekend and not a single person was talking about it.
Interesting.
Like, I didn't even watch it because no one was watching it.
But numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
No, I know. So it's like there is an audience that is interested about this, but like, for example, I don't think the black community really cared about this fight. They didn't even hear about it really. And I think that's probably
this is the biggest winner in this was the black community because they were so embarrassed when Nate Robinson got now they're like, hey, you know what? The kid is that kind of nice.
That's good.
Bro.
But yeah, I think that's why they did the music plays and some of the picks for the performers to try to gain more.
The music thing, just so you know, was this was their entrance
monumental waste of money.
But it wasn't to like supplement the boxing side. Triller is launching a high-end live events business. So it's a smart play. You're saying, let's see if we can impress people with both boxing and music at the same time. And production-wise, they fucked up on the music side. I guarantee the production will look completely different the next time.
I will say this.
But they shouldn't like give up. I mean, they want
having the calm, like fun, loose commentating booth, like having them high and joking around and having like the professional commentator. I think Al Bernstein was his name. The guy's probably done fights for 40 fucking years and they're hotboxing, they're blowing smoke in his face.
Yeah.
Dude, having Crime Faces there. Shouts to Crime Faces. Crime Faces?
Funny, dude. Yeah.
Dude, so it's just like,
I didn't until the fight, but he was so funny.
oh, dude, he's great.
Oscar.
You know him. You actually know him from his Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
What hood is this?
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So
He said
yes.
who do you say Jake Paul's been training in an Equinox for the past 2 years?
But yeah, they made it like a fight companion.
Bro, yes.
Like when Rogan would do the fight companions, they're like, yo,
Yes.
watch the fight and listen to us talk about it. Instead of listen to some
yeah.
stiff, like announcer or whatever.
Yeah.
Just make it loose.
It felt like you were hanging with your homies. It felt like a podcast was happening. And then Oscar De La Hoya came on coked out of his fucking mind, dude. Full 8-ball to the dome. And just
Botox,
started Botox out of his mind, full 8-ball in his nostrils, started talking shit about the fighters that were fighting. He came on when Steve Cunningham, his name is Steve USS Cunningham, because there's a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, I think, in the Navy or something like that. So they call him the USS Cunningham.
Yeah.
At one point, he goes, he was fighting against Frank Mir. He goes, it's the USSR versus Frank Mir, right? The USSR, this is a completely different country that we were at war with, the Cold War, forever, right? Then he starts going, I'm sorry, not USSR, USSA. He was calling him USSA. He didn't even know USA. He was like, Steve, USSA. He was saying he had no chin. That's why he got knocked out. He was saying the other guy's out of shape. I mean, he kept talking crazy shit. And it was so fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
Just to see this like drunk high person spout off. He saved the night. He fucking saved the night.
He said he wants to fight again.
Yeah, he's like, I want to fight. I'm going to fight the top.
Yeah.
And he was saying something super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see that happen at all. But I love him being just drunk and coked out of his mind at every single fight. Just let him go loose. Who cares? Yeah. Who cares? It's not real. I mean, it is real boxing in terms of like people get fucking hurt, but it's not like for the title or anything like that. Yeah. Like, there's no need to be professional here.
Right.
Like,
there's way less like broadcast sanctions and stuff like that. Like, say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Do drugs. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as uptight as like if ESPN's doing it or whatever. Like,
I mean, it felt great.
Yeah.
It just felt fucking. I love that aspect of it. I would love if they just basically did a live podcast while we watched some other fights go on. Kind of talked about it. Kind of didn't. Yeah. Like, have a fun group of people there. Enjoy it. And then when the main fight comes on, boom, start talking about it or don't talk about it. The commentary is never driving the fight for us anyway.
Right.
I love that model.
They actually did a pretty
Get
good
rid of the
job.
music.
Because the early fights, like you said, they were boring.
Yeah.
And that's when they were like just goofing
Talking to each
around,
other.
talking shit. And then once the real fight happened, I think they like either I don't even
Lock
remember
in.
what they said.
Yeah, because we're locked in. We're just paying attention. And, you know, Snoop is just being so fucking entertaining and charismatic. And
Said he bet $2 million on Jake Paul.
Said, yeah. Where's my money, Dana?
Yeah.
He kept doing this. He goes, I know Dana's a man of his word. He's going to pay his debts. You know, I love that shit. Compliment the motherfucker that owes you money.
Oh, yeah.
He's a part owner in Triller.
Who is?
Snoop.
Is he?
Angel.
Get it.
The
They better give Jake some of that money too. They better give Jake building this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
One question.
Yeah.
Did Ben Askren train at all?
yes. Yeah.
The guy came in built like me. I just didn't understand what was happening.
He's always been built like you. I've been talking to him a bit, and like he was like he's in shape. He got fucking caught, and it is what it is. But he's never had a great bod.
He just looked at that weigh-in. He just looked like smile on his face.
Yeah,
it just looked like he was like, give me my
He looked
money.
like Bert
He
Kreischer.
knows though.
Yeah. He's the machine. He's the machine. He should be on a fucking Russian train somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, but the dude was ready. He said he came back. He felt good. He felt he was good in camp, and the motherfucker got caught. And he said it earlier. He's like, if Jake Paul can box, he'll beat me.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd be that fast.
Neither did I. I don't think he thought that either.
Yeah.
I said this to you before, but I really felt like a Ben Askren QAnon supporter.
Oh yeah, this is hilarious.
You know what I mean? Like the whole time I was like, oh, you know, you just gotta trust the plan. You know, Ben Askren's like putting out all these shitty videos. I'm like, yeah, you know, you gotta trust the plan. He's got a plan.
Yeah.
And he gets in the ring and he starts getting hit.
He got Q dropped, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel the same way because I was like, you know, I like him as a person a lot. So
funny.
yeah, so I wanted him to win because I fucking like him as a person.
Yeah.
And I just don't know Jake that well, right? So it's like I was bummed in that regard, but you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Jake did it.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that like Ben doesn't want to be famous. He doesn't want to fight anymore after this. Like he's like, I just want to coach wrestling. Like I have a wrestling academy.
He's like worried about his kids. He's like, this isn't family friendly.
He seems,
Who
he's
can
like a
watch
great
this?
guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking great guy. So it's like it makes you feel a little bit better that you're like, oh, he got the bag.
Yeah,
he
he got
made
a ton
more
of
money in
money.
that fight than he ever made in a fight in his whole fucking career.
Yeah.
And he gets to walk away and he's okay. He's happy. Family's good. It sucks when you really love a fighter and then they lose in devastating fashion and you know their career's affected.
Yeah, but like he's not a boxer.
Exactly.
He's done. Like he's retired from whatever. Like
We got to get Ben on the pod. He's great. But it's interesting to see what's going to happen in boxing, man. I'm very excited to see what's next for
Did
Jake.
Jake change boxing? Like, if you're a young boxer, do you look at this differently? Like, oh, let me keep being nice at boxing, get famous doing other shit, and then when I box, now I'm gonna draw automatically.
I would say a young boxer is probably going to lean more into calling people out, trolling.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to be like friendly and like everybody's like having fun and like handshakes and shit.
Yeah.
But that doesn't drive interest.
Right.
You know,
you gotta be a character, kind of.
you kind of got to be a character, and like beef is really good for that.
Yeah.
And like anytime there's a fight, like just think about it. You hear two people yelling outside of a store, all of a sudden you're like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right? Like immediately, you're just like, I want to see what's happening here.
Yeah.
What is going on? We are drawn to it. You want people to come over. The easiest way to do it is create some fucking beef, some drama.
Especially in fighting, because you know there's gonna be a payoff. You know what I mean? Like other things, like it's like, all right, what are you gonna really do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just gonna talk mad shit and nothing's gonna happen. But in fighting, it's like, oh no, they could actually fight.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah, there was a funny moment where Jorge Masvidal was talking shit to Ben Askren, and Ben, I think, said like on the podium or something, he was just like, we're gonna fight in a cage in 2 days, like where you can do anything. There's no rules.
Yeah.
We'll be able to do that. Like if I see you in the halls, I'm gonna beat you up. Just wait 2 days, and we'll do it for money.
Right.
Like that is kind of funny when boxers say they're gonna fuck people up like outside of the fight.
Yeah.
It's just like, why would you do that?
Yeah, you could film it.
Yeah, it's like a porn star fucking without the cameras. Do you know what I mean? You want to come over and fuck? Like, are we filming? Like, this is what we do for
Money
a
on
living.
the table.
We have a shooting 36 hours. What are
This
we
girl's
doing?
swallowing cum for nothing? What an idiot. Like, there are porn stars swallowing cum for free.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate compliment. You get a porn star just swallow your nut for nothing?
Yeah.
Yo,
Wow.
that's like you doing a set for a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Been there. So yeah, so we'll see what happens, but very exciting time for fight sports. Very exciting time for fight sports. What else we got? We're gonna take a little break for a second. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because it's getting hot out there, man. Them balls are getting sweaty. Okay, you got some sweaty balls. That gooch dripping, just dripping. Got stalagmites growing from it probably because you aren't taking care of it. And the best way to take care of it, very simple. Okay, Manscaped. Let me tell you why this is the best. Not only is the equipment the best, not only does it make these things easier, I'm telling you why this is very important. Time. It has never been faster to shave your balls. It was an annoying process back in the day. Okay, you're in there, out, you got clippers, you got scissors, you got razors, you got all these fucking things. Manscaped consolidates all that. You get in there, okay, take off those underwear, hop over the fucking toilet, straddle that toilet so it falls right into the toilet. You just watch that bush go. Okay, and you trim it down. I'm telling you, it's so fast. They have amazing products for this. Just get the Perfect Package 3.0 kit. This is a no-brainer, okay? It comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0, waterproof, cordless body trimmer, and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. The best part of the trimmer is it helps you trim up the hedges perfectly. Different sizes, okay? You want the pubes above your pecker to be a little bit longer. Okay, you want to leave a little bush, but you want to shave around your balls and cooch, you can do that easily.
Just have a taper fade.
Exactly, do a little taper fade. You got it. Knock that shit out. I'm telling you, it's that simple. And you know what? You're going to get 20% off plus free shipping if you go to manscaped.com/flagrant. Let me say that again. 20% off plus free shipping when you go to manscaped.com/flagrant. Okay? I'm telling you, with a Perfect Package or Performance Package purchase, you get 2 free gifts, all right? The Shed Travel Bag and the patented high-performance reducing chafing Manscaped Boxers. I use them both. They're incredible. That's my little travel purse. I put all my shit in there. I don't know why I call it a purse. The point is, get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/flagrant. Get your balls right. And 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com/flagrant. It's 2021, okay? Summer is coming. Make sure you're ready. And let's get back to the show. What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. I had to take a little pee break, but we are back. All right, we got to talk about the #1 country song in the world right now.
Bruh.
We got to talk about it's #1 somewhere. I don't know. It's #1 on some list. It's #1 on our list.
Country
Yeah.
is back.
Country is back.
This is the #1 country song for Flagrant 2 fans in America right
Facts, bro.
now. Not even close.
Yeah, I mean there might be some close ones. But no bullshit. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, sharing the video, streaming it. Like, we did over 1 million views in the first week, which was unbelievable. And that's just
amazing.
on the video platforms. And then also the fucking streams are crazy. So we were actually top 200 country song in the world.
That's
So
wild.
we were 182
That's
at one
wild.
point. We might have even gone higher. But yeah, we just want to say thank you so much. Open her up. Is fucking doing it. I got a video of this dude, I forget his handle, but he was playing it. He's a DJ and he was playing it.
Yeah.
And the crowd was just looking absolutely clueless. And it was so fucking funny. But yo, DJs, keep playing that shit, asshole army.
They'll figure it out.
Son, they're gonna figure it out. This goes as far as y'all want it to go. So if y'all want it to be the summer banger, then bang that shit as much as you possibly can.
First time
man.
they played Michael Jackson, people didn't know what it was,
That's a fact.
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
think
mean
Jackson 5, they were
Jackson
like, what is this?
5,
Like,
yeah.
First time I played Jackson 5, people don't know what it was.
Yeah,
Exactly. Why
yeah.
these kids singing?
Yeah.
That's what they were thinking.
That's what they were thinking about us. Why these kids singing? Well, y'all.
Well, bro, I don't know. I'm just very proud. That was my goal for the views, and now my next goal is #1 country song in the world. So we got to open her up, and that's just what it is. So we're gonna have to do it. And I think the place that needs to spearhead this movement is Ontario, Canada.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a few Canadians hit me.
My
Bro.
family's there. They are miserable.
What's going on? Talk me through.
Son, it is unbelievable what's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what's happening right now in Canada. They're locked down yet again. I guess they can't get vaccines, right? Keep that same energy with your healthcare talks. Keep your same energy with your fucking healthcare talks next time around. All right, we're going to remind you of this whole shit. I think they can't get it because we aren't sending them.
Yeah, some shit like that. Miles was trying to explain it.
Yeah, like we snatched a bunch of them. We were like, oh, whoa, we actually need them shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
called dibs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you make the
Dibs.
shit,
We be
you get to
dibbing.
call dibs.
Yeah, we said shotgun.
And what the fuck is Bernie Sanders talking all this shit? In Canada, the blah, 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 blah. They don't need those drugs. They need the vaccine, and they don't got them now. Bernie's quiet right now about how cheap drugs are in Canada, how much a vaccine goes for, how much a Johnson & Johnson. We about to send you to Johnson & Johnson's. Is that the one that's fucked up?
Yeah.
We about to send you them Johnson & Johnsons. That's what you going to get, Canada.
Yeah.
Have you all looking like, hey, you guys. We're going to have you looking like, hey, you guys out there. Okay? Anyway, point is, Ontario's locked the fuck down, and I think you need
Full
to open her
lockdown.
up. Full lockdown. Yo, it's on some like Nazi shit almost. They basically have given cops the authority to just stop cars and ask them for proof that they have permission to leave the
If
house.
you're out past like 8 o'clock, you have to have a valid reason. You could get fined like $5,000.
Immediate fine right there. It's unbelievable what they're doing to these people.
Yeah.
And this is the conversation that we got to start to have, right? Is that you have places like Texas, Florida, fully open, people going to sporting events, and numbers are going down.
Yeah.
At what point does the lockdown become anti-science? Their argument this whole time is, we trust the science, we trust the science. Motherfuckers is out there, no lockdown, no mask. My girl did a Barry's boot camp this morning, no masks in the class.
You couldn't
Whose
go 'cause of your
science
arm?
is right? Say what?
You couldn't go because of your arm?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be picking up the heavies. At
No,
Barry.
I can't pick up the heavies, bro. I got to do double tread. You know, I can't switch and do them weights, dog.
Yeah.
So
You
at
know
what
what?
point does it become anti-science?
I think there might be something to places with warm weather have less cases of corona, period. But if that's the case, you got to look at why. Is it just vitamin D? I bet everybody take fucking supplements for a month or whatever, and then we just live and open it up. Like, figure out, you can't just look at one aspect of the science and be like, all right, well, we got to lock down.
Yeah.
Look at the whole picture. Doesn't seem that hard to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me, man, especially with Canada. And I don't know if we were talking about this on Patreon, but like these motherfuckers get 3 weeks of sunshine, dog.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what they get. Like summer is short in Canada.
Yeah.
Like very short. I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm actually not. We're talking about 2 months where it's like legit summer and then it's back.
Yeah.
And even at the end of summer, it starts to get a little cool. So they need summer.
Yeah.
These people have been locked down for a year. They're going to go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way about like Texas or Florida. If you want to lock them down, these people have like houses with pools and shit. It doesn't not really feel like lockdown.
Yeah.
In Canada, you live in Ontario, you are in an apartment building for a fucking year, 13 months, 14 months, 15 months. If they come back to next fall, next winter, people are going to kill themselves out there, yo. You're going to have more deaths from suicide, alcohol, depression than you will from coronavirus.
I mean, we're already seeing how crazy shit is after lockdown in America. Shit is nuts.
Oh, you mean like
14
partying?
months. Partying. Fucking everybody's out there
baby.
wilding.
The
bro.
whoring 20s, that's what they call it.
The horror.
Yeah.
I think it's backfiring a little bit in Canada because they've been in lockdown so long. They're having a lot of house parties. Like I see a lot.
Which makes it
of house
even
parties.
Yeah,
worse.
but you
And
gotta
the numbers are
also
gonna
think
spike
about that.
because people are in close quarters.
It can't just be one solution. Oh, cases are up. Lock everything down.
Yeah.
You can't do the same shit 4 times in a row if it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't work the first time. Didn't work the second time. Hey, let's keep doing it. The science. No, science says if a fucking experiment fails, you try something else. You tweak it somehow. That's the science. So
Yeah.
you can't just get, hey, the science. Let's go back to the first thing that fucked up.
I
But
guess
they did
that's
tweak it though. They made it harder.
Yeah.
They made the lockdown more restricted. Like they pushed up the curfew time. Like,
Yeah.
To your point, they did tweak it where they were like, all right, it didn't work last time. Let's make it more strict.
Yeah.
So-
And it is crazy to see a place like Canada, and I'm not trying to like insult them as liberal cucks, but like
Government overreach, bro.
it is interesting though, because like they are a far more compliant culture
Yeah.
than Americans are.
Yeah.
Right? Like Americans, you tell us to do anything, we say fuck you, we grab a gun, and then we go to the state house.
Country's legit born in rebellion. This country.
Yes, it's in our blood, in our DNA. And the people that come here rebelled from their countries.
Yeah.
That's all we are, is a bunch of fucking rebels. So if you try to get us to do anything, we're going to lose our fucking mind. Okay? Canada, not the same. Right? Like, I've said this plenty of times before, but they still got the queen on their money. Like, they're really not giving much pushback, right? Like, you got the queen on your money. Like, push back on that bare minimum.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. So The fact that they're reaching their breaking point, the fact that I got people in the fucking DMs nonstop going, yo, it's crazy what's happening right here, right now. And I'm talking about liberal, conservative. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about like the oil parts of Canada.
It's getting into like the scary zone where people are like, yeah, it's like, I didn't think that our government would do this to us.
And that was the trust that they had in their government. And what's really interesting is like, how did they get out of this? Because the trust they had in their government was, I'm going to trust, it's like a babysitter. I'm going to trust you with my kids. Don't molest them.
Yeah.
The second the babysitter touches the kids, you don't trust no babysitters anymore ever.
Yeah.
Right? You broke the trust. And that's what they had with their government. They're like, hey, we'll do anything you say because we trust that you have our best interest at heart. And to be fair to Canada, for the most part, they did throughout history, right?
Yeah.
At least for their country. I can't look at these like, and of course, how they treat Native Americans and I'm sure how they treated people of color has been fucked up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, give us your tax money and we'll make sure schools are affordable. Give us your tax money, we'll make sure you have health care. Like, they had a pretty good symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
This is egregious, and I don't know if you can rebound from this.
Yeah.
I think you just created some rebels, bro.
Yeah.
I think you just created, you have family there, right?
The whole majority in Toronto. And they're with Trudeau right now, who's a liberal. Before they were with Harper. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You still
Liberal
supported the system of like Canada healthcare for the most part, and just everything that was going on. Not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mark, you're Canadian.
Yeah. Like, that's the
That
thing.
is, wow, you're Canadian, huh?
Yeah, I'm fucking liberal, dude.
My dad's Canadian.
I'm a liberal cuck,
dude.
dude. I'm cucked out. No, but it's like, I'm assuming that all of the measures are actually enforced. Like, even being in New York, we had like curfews and stuff like that. People would call me being like, man, it must be crazy, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, the rule is you can't go out, but like, you can go out.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
jaywalking.
Yeah, I'm walking up the street. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't actually really enforced. So I'm assuming that in Canada it actually is enforced. That like the things we're hearing about are as bad as they actually are. So like, that's one thing that I'm like, I need to be sure on. But I don't know. It just seems like it's those types of lockdowns that people were like, nah, it's not gonna get bad until it's bad. And like, this is part of the conversation like we were having here is like, it gets bad and then people are locked in their houses getting fined for going outside, assuming that's what's actually happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's frustrating, and like, it's a good example of like how things can creep up and like how people can actually be restricted by governments going crazy with power.
Yeah.
What is interesting though is India's on a full lockdown.
Under the guise of safety, by the way. That's the trickiest thing.
Yeah.
And it is
It's
safer.
always under the guise of safety. We're doing this to protect you. We're doing this to protect you.
Well, I don't necessarily think they have nefarious intentions, but I do think it's
might
just
not.
they just look at a thing one way,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, well that didn't work the first time. Let's do more of it. And it's like, bro, you should be more creative thinkers.
That's my
than
point.
that.
A
It
year
might not-
later, they have to be having a different answer. Let's saying like, okay, let's just lock up the vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're out, and that's what at least you should be to the point. They won't say it. They don't want to say it.
It might not be nefarious. I don't know. I'm not like saying that the government's trying to control their people and hurt them.
Yeah.
They're legitimately trying to treat the problem. But the solution is by restricting people's freedoms and not letting people go out. And it is working probably. Like, numbers are probably going down because people are trapped in their house for 16 hours.
Yeah, that's going to make numbers go down. And it's going to affect a lot of other shit, but it's going to make numbers go down.
So, like, if that's their only objective, then they're probably succeeding in that regard. But to me, it's like an infringement on, like, human liberty and, like, what human beings are supposed to be doing.
Bro, at a certain point in time, you're going to break a human spirit, bro. Like, especially,
Yeah.
because that's the thing. Is like, if everybody's locked down, we'd spoken about this earlier when it came to, like, doing stand-up again, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were sitting around, I think it was all of us, but we were just like, yo, do you guys, like, miss stand-up? And we were like, yeah, I miss it, but, like, no one else is doing it, so it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, it almost feels like Christmas, like, when everybody's not working, I don't feel any pressure to work.
Yeah.
But if I'm just taking a random Thursday off, I'm like, whoa, is everybody out there getting it?
Yeah.
And I'm missing, you know? So, like, I feel like the fact that Texas is open as fuck, Florida is open, like, you're seeing your sports team. You're the Toronto Raptors. You're seeing people at the stadium for your sports team, and you can't even leave your house.
Yeah.
That's when shit starts to drive you a little crazy.
And the daily death rate across the entire country, yesterday's 32 people. This whole last 2 weeks, it's been under 100. It's never...
But it's usually based on, like, hospitalization and when the hospital numbers get to a certain extent.
Yeah,
like,
beds
you can't
and
do
all
it.
of that. But there's still, you know who's vulnerable.
Right.
You need to start focusing on protecting those.
Doug Ford, you need to call up fucking Texas Professor X. What's that motherfucker's name?
Oh shit, Abbott. Greg Abbott.
You need to call up Abbott and you need to find out what the fuck he's doing over there. And also, shouts to his daughter. His daughter's kind of a bitch.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, bro, it's kind of a thing. Kind of a thing. She might not know me. She might not know me. Yeah. Nah, dude, she got a rig, bro.
Whoa.
Really?
I don't know.
You got the full rig?
Yeah, she got a rig, dude. Jordan used that when we were working out. Used that term, and I guess I was like, that's a cool term.
You saying
Canadians
beauty
got
all the
weird
time.
slang. They got weird like slang.
Yeah, because all the slang has to do with like workout things.
Beauty. Does it say that to you? Beauty.
What?
He says that to me all the time. Beauty. I'm like, what's beauty? Am I beauty?
Oh, like the move that you did was beautiful.
Yeah. But he won't say beautiful. He'll just say beauty.
Yo, did you just change the topic from tits to you working?
Speaking of tits, I was working out today.
Speaking of tits, mine ain't going nowhere. What's the problem? What is that?
So yeah, crack that bitch open. Yo, open her up. Y'all should be playing that shit nonstop in Canada. I want, instead of 7 o'clock clapping out your window, I want you to be blasting open her up out your windows in Canada.
Clap something else.
Clap something else. What is it?
Their hands.
Clap your hands. Well, no. Play open her up. Sing that shit out your apartment windows, out your condos, out your houses, out whatever the fuck it is you got in Ontario. Slap that shit. That is your anthem right now. Also ours. And yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to see Corona be so fucking done down here in Florida, and like it start to crack open in other places. Like New York is kind of looking lit right now. You were back there this weekend, right? A little fire or what?
It's nice. They still have the curfew. I think they're extending it this week. So
yeah,
it's good.
Like I love that they're extending it, but it's also so insulting that like the chimp nipple sauce monkey governor can go, you can stay out to 9 now.
I mean, they're still doing that here.
What?
They
That's my
just
point.
extended the
What?
curfew here in Miami.
What do you mean?
They have a midnight
This weekend, it just got extended.
There was no curfew in Miami,
There was
bro.
a
Yes,
midnight
there is.
curfew. Everything shuts down at midnight. You can be out, but everything shuts down.
Yeah, but let's why they did it, right? Spring break is done.
Oh, they did the curfew for spring break.
No. They had it. It's big.
They had it to a certain point, but they weren't going to lift it during spring break.
What type of liberal god? Florida.
Yeah.
Listen. Well,
Mark, you got an explanation?
Yeah, there was no curfew.
there wasn't a curfew.
We're at Poppy Steak at 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. Stupid.
I think
one of you.
Oh, there was a curfew.
I think South Beach had a curfew at like 1 or something.
No,
And
when
then-
we were out in Wynwood, right? It
And then when
was
spring break happened, they
Dove and
moved
me
it up.
went out and went 12 o'clock. Everything shut
He
down.
just said that shit so he could go on a date. He didn't want to hang out with you no more. He was tired
Yeah,
of
he be
spending
doing
time
that to
with
me,
you,
dog.
bro.
He be
was
doing that
ditching
to me.
you,
I had
bro.
round 2.
He been ditching me, yo. He
Yeah,
be ditching
Dove
me,
like
bro. I look so excited.
Yo, Dove out there taking out one of the on a little date.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, scumbag producer. Fucking Sky,
Remember that?
bro.
I told you, Mark.
Yo,
I saw him and I was like, I don't like. I said it to you.
He's out there
in
after
in front of the what, Andrew?
What in front of her?
And he was sitting in front of her, and I was like, I literally pointed to you. I said, I don't like what you're doing right now. I said that. I said we're gonna talk about it, and then we never did.
Planting the seeds.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Someone
finna
else
plant
hired
some
them.
seeds, all right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
about to lay down the manure.
he walked up and went, Treated like a clown's nose, bro.
No, have you touched the hair?
My man's about to do some horticulture.
have you put? I don't know.
Planting
Truffle
seeds.
has left
He's
the
planting
chat.
seeds. He's gardening, yo.
Oh, I thought you were like the whore in horticulture. I was going through a whole different part. But both work.
I bet.
That was a triple entendre.
Yes.
Okay, so have you touched the? Dude, no comment from the Dovets, dude.
Damn, pleading the fifth, dog.
Yeah. Wow. What do you think she's gonna plead? For you to take your fucking hands off? You should be pleading for that. Can you please remove your hand from the hand?
3 months ago, you were talking to the whole Flagrant army how I have this amazing game, and now all of a sudden I'm a Jewy producer, a Dove.
That is a good point. We did flip flop on him.
You
do you
flipped
know
on
what
me.
we do on this show, dog? You're in the spin cycle right
There were
now.
5 guys in there, dude. I was nervous.
Also, we've never denied you were a Jewy producer. That's what you said we called
You
you.
said
point.
that with so much animosity, bro.
No, dude.
Dude, did you just negotiate a lease or something? Bro? What's going on?
He's asked me 3
Holy
times, and I'm gonna have to.
I gasped right there, bro. I gasped
That
at the way
hurt
you
me.
said that. That was too strong.
I heard
My bad.
Yeah,
My
you
bad.
gotta chill the fuck out,
Okay,
dude.
my
What
bad.
are you having right here, man?
Oh, it's that
Oh,
jerk
you've been
your
having
meat.
some red tan chicken?
Oh, some jerk your meat?
Oh shit! Yo,
That's that-
shout out to my boy real quick before we get back to having sex with the talent. Yo, before we get back, which he has not done, okay, and he may or may not be attempting to do, okay, but shout to him. What? They're just going on business meetings, okay? They are. You've never. Hey, have you been on?
Hey. The beef jerky is amazing.
Yo, you like that beef jerky?
That jerky's amazing.
That's from my boy.
Word?
Yeah, that's from my boy. Snitch on yourself. Have you ever? Have you met my boy Snitch on yourself? No, he is lit. Dog.
He's bad.
He's fucking crazy. So,
I'm getting evidence right now.
yeah.
I was filming the jerky.
He's making sure everything. She hit on me first, bro.
Paper trail is clean. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm a sweet boy.
That's my boy. That's my boy Duddits, bro. A shooter.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
Motherfucker is a shooter.
little bagel bite over there.
Damn.
Bagel
son.
bite.
Damn, that sounds a little hateful too, bro. You okay, Mark? Mark, are you okay?
I'm also negotiating a
What
league.
happened, dude? Yo, guys, I gotta protect my Jews,
No,
bro.
he's a snag.
Say what?
He's a snag.
Oh, he's a snack. He's a bagel
A
bite.
little bagel bite.
How do you feel on the racist meter out?
Shit was more gay than racist to me.
Well,
Dude, is gay Trump racism?
Yeah.
Always, right? Like, if a racist was looking at a gay, like a super gay black guy, what do you think the first thing he would comment on?
That's a good
a
question.
homophobic racist.
That's a real Sophie's choice of racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homophobic racist sees like Montero. What's his name?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. A homophobic racist sees the Lil Nas X video. First thing he comments on.
I think it's FM.
I think it's pretty
and
clear.
the F precedes the N.
Really? So it goes reverse alphabetical.
Yeah, that's just like vowels. Bro. F before N, except after C.
Really?
Back to jerky.
I think so.
I could see it though, because even like a super racist dude sees what?
No.
Well, I can see it though, because they're going to hell because I believe in God. And
It's crazy.
according to God,
This guy.
what? According to what God said.
Yeah.
You didn't read what God said, bro?
I didn't.
Okay.
I missed that
You
chapter.
should read up.
I missed that.
He wrote the shit down, bro. Man shall not lay with another man. He said, yo, your mans should not lay with your mans, bro. Like, yo, what if God spoke like that? What if God
Yeah,
spoke from New
Bronx
York?
God, dude.
Yo, Bronx God would be so fired,
Yo,
dog.
Bronx Jesus?
So, fam, don't covet thy neighbors.
Bitch.
Yes. I was trying to go somewhere else besides bitch, but that was good. That just hit. What are some other ones? What's the first one?
Honor the father and mother.
Yo,
You
honor
really
thy
gotta
mother,
tell
because your pops probably ain't around. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers just leaving his shit. Come around every 3 weeks, try to leave off some Air Force Ones that he wore already.
It's a fast ass young man.
That's a fast young man. I can see how fast he is. Fucking creases all over these Air Force Ones. He's been running around town in these shits.
Yeah.
All right, this bit is losing steam. So, listen, what were we about to go into? Oh, I want to talk about something very important, near and dear to my heart. I want to talk about something very important, near and dear to my heart.
What's that?
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
My boy started a beef jerky company. Okay? Well, a jerky company. He doesn't just do beef jerky. He does all jerky.
Just pineapple.
This is Pineapple. This is not an advertisement. He is not paying us or anything like this. This is my boy. Is my brother.
He did Venmo me $50.
He did Venmo Mark $50.
I'll
but
promote this till the end of time.
yeah, so that's gonna happen.
He'd give me
But
advisory shares, but
he gave you advisory shares. That's totally fine. But in all seriousness, this is my brother Laurent. I've known Laurent since I was 13 years old. We went to high school together. We call him Twinkle Toes because out of nowhere, once we were just doing dance moves, that motherfucker brought out the Twinkle Toes. Never did it again. But he did the craziest dance in front of all of us. We didn't even know he spoke English. Like he never really learned English. Never really learned French. He doesn't know how to communicate, but he knows how to make jerky. Okay. If you were trying to get into a club in New York City in the last decade, he was probably the one that told you that you can't get in. Okay. And he decided to lead that life and then start a fucking jerky company. I love this kid. I mean this sincerely. This is my brother. This is my brother. And it gives me great pride to promote something that he's been working his fucking ass on for years, putting this whole thing together. And he did, it's called Jerk Your Meat, jerkyourmeat.com. I'm telling you, the pineapple party jerky meat is the best dried pineapple, mango. It doesn't matter. Whole Foods, go fuck yourself. Trader Joe's, go fuck yourself. You're not even coming close. This is the fucking truth. The K-Town beef jerky, unfucking real. The Korean beef paste flavor is brilliant. Who would have thought to fucking do it? I'm telling you guys, go check this out right now. Jerk your meat. He said he'd give you all 20% off if you use the promo code Flagrant. This is my brother. I'm not promoting this for any other reason that I think that is the truth, and I think he's a fucking amazing dude. He supports the hell out of the Flagrancy. And yeah, I just love him. Laurent, I fucking love you. I wish you the best of luck with everything. Jerkyourmeat.com, promo code Flagrant. Go support him. Let's blow his fucking shit up. Okay?
And send us more to the studio because we're eating this shit all day.
Laurent, send us more. Stop fucking around, yo. So
from an Indian, tandoori chicken is nice.
Okay,
It's
we got
good.
the cosign. So the official cosign. I didn't want to put words in your mouth, but the fact
I was
that you
eating
came
it. I
out,
knew it was tandoori too. Give me my motherfucking props, but that shit was
go,
good.
son. So anyway, Laurent, we love you. We appreciate you, and everybody, go check it out. Support my man. I'm telling you, this guy is the truth, and truly one of the most genuine, kind, sweet individuals, and an honest friend. Like, he will tell you if some shit ain't shit, and he literally will to your face. And I've always valued that about him. I love you, Laurent. I'm so proud of you, man. So we're gonna blow this up. Asshole Army, get on that shit right now.
Yeah.
Another shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Liquid Death. They filmed me $50
Mark!
to drink. What? I'm hustling, bro. I'm on the side, making cash.
They really are supporting us, I think.
I'll double
Why are
it
you
up.
underselling us, Mark? You just undersold us.
Yeah, but I'm doubling up.
No, you're not. Okay.
My
What was
watch
it?
ain't got no fucking words on it.
So, what was it? The other thing I was going to say? Oh, another thing. I got to do another shout out. I want to have a nice shout out section for people who are just doing great shit. We got to shout out Ping Trip. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh yeah, bro, that
At
shit killed me.
PINGTR. I think it's the letter one.
Yeah.
The letter one. The number one.
Yeah.
Then P.
Vaccinated, dude.
I'm vaxxed, bro. I'm fully
Yo,
vaxxed.
son.
I'm fully
I
vaxxed.
think
bro.
numbers are letters now. That's crazy.
Son, Ping Trip. Basically, I got this video from Ping Trip. I've been a big fan of his work. If any of you guys have seen it, I'm super honored that he did this with Flagrant 2 episode. He has been doing these like remixed versions of Rogan episodes where he basically creates a completely different conversation than the one that's going on with the episode.
Right.
And it's unbelievably brilliant. He adds music, editing. Like, he literally goes through the whole episode and then scripts this interaction that is not there.
Yeah.
He creates something out of nothing just through editing, music, push-ins, and stuff like that. And he did it with our episode with Alex Jones.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And I put it up on my Instagram. It's up on his YouTube and Instagram as well. And I'm telling you, the most random people have been hitting me up being like, yo, this is absolutely fucking hilarious. Like Doug Stanhope out of nowhere. I just saw a video that just fucking made me cry.
Bro, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry's coming. I mean, it was just
wild.
It's so funny and it's just so cool. And I just love that this guy like took the initiative, just create these things, create his own little world. And yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out and let him know that we're fucking honored. Like, I know he does it with the GOATs podcast, so it's really cool that he decided to do it with an episode of ours. And so go give him some love, man. Shout him out, give him some love because he absolutely deserves it, man. And yeah, let's take a little break and we'll come back.
Yeah, shout out Traeger Grills for the cup. Thank you guys. $50.
What up, guys? We're gonna take a break for a second because we need to get your dicks right. Simple as that. We need to get them fucking dicks right. My dick been right, okay? Because I'm chewing it up. I'm chewing it up and I'm chewing it out, and it is that simple. Blue Chew. We're going to BlueChew.com. Hardest dicks on the planet. All right? It's no brainer. Your girl deserves it. Your wife deserves it. Your side chick deserves it. The new girl you haven't slept with just yet, but you want to leave a great impression on, she deserves it too. She really deserves it too. And the way you're going to do it is you're going to get Blue Chew. Same active ingredient that's inside Cialis or Viagra, but this is the chew. This is better. This is what we swear by. And this is the easiest way to make it go down. I'm telling you, you go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code Flagrant to receive your first month free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. This is a no-brainer. Go drop off the best dick of your life right now. Go do it. BlueChew.com. Okay? Make sure you use that promo code Flagrant. Get it for free. Just pay the shipping. $5. That's nothing. Let's get back to the show. All right. Well, look, enough of all that, Dove. We're assuming that everything you're doing is by the book. Okay?
The Bible, that book.
The Bible, yeah.
Which one?
Not the game.
The real Bible, not the prequel that you guys got.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
that.
Yeah, volume
Take
one.
What about the graphic novel you guys have?
Yo, that's a great.
That's a great point, bro. That's just like fan fiction.
You know,
Yeah,
because
dog.
he's making a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Get some fucking words, bro.
Yo.
Oh,
Put
wait
me-
a minute.
put
That's why
me-
you know.
yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant. I think you're
Yeah.
talking about Kama Sutra.
No.
Nah,
What y'all
Mahabharata
think? What we
is
got?
actually pretty
Mahabharata.
fire.
Yeah.
Before there was Marvel, there was the Mahabharata
Dove is gonna make a movie about one of the
series.
a series.
Too many gods to just be one movie, bro.
That's a good ass point. Back to what we were saying, which I forgot what the fuck it was. Oh, so the reason why we're in Florida is because we put our faith in the leadership down here to keep shit open so we can continue living our lives and conducting our business.
Yes.
And I thought that it'd be a good idea that we sit down and have a conversation with some of the leadership down here in Miami that is keeping this open so people can keep their jobs and continue to thrive and make the entire world come down to Miami during this crazy tough time. So Dove was able to reach out and connect us with the mayor of fucking Miami. So without further ado, let's talk to Mr. Mayor Suarez. Guys, we're very excited. We have an extremely special guest today. We have the mayor of the free world. That's what we're going to call you. The mayor of the free world. Far more handsome on Zoom. I have to admit, eyebrows looking immaculate. We have the mayor of the city of Miami, the greatest city in the world right now, the most livable city in the world, and I think the city that has the most potential in the entire world. Mayor Suarez, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. My eyebrows are real. And I just want to be upfront and say that we believe that Miami is going to be the capital of capital. We agree that, that's it. That we're gonna be the place where the dreamers and the doers can do and dream in the future. So it's an exciting time for us.
I love it. Okay. I'm Andrew, by the way. This is Akaash.
Nice to meet you.
We also got Mark, the Truffle, and Miles in the room. But basically, my question for you is let's just start right here. I moved 5 of my guys and their families from New York to Miami because I believed in the leadership in Miami. Okay? We want to get back to our business. Obviously, we do podcasts. We also do stand-up. And I came down here for you. I didn't know who you were, but I was like, somebody down there gets it. Okay? I really love what's going down here. We fell in love with the city. We're planning on moving back to New York in June. Why should we not?
Wow, there's so many reasons why you shouldn't. But I'm going to start with the 3 most basic ones.
Okay.
The first is, while cities like New York and a lot of cities in California are raising taxes, and New York is on the precipice of passing a budget where they're going to raise taxes yet again, which is insane. We in the city of Miami, who don't have an income tax, not at the state level, not at the city level, we're actually reducing taxes every year. In fact, under my watch, we've reduced taxes to the second lowest level since the 1960s. Secondly, while cities across America are defunding their police, we are increasing funding in our police. We have the most police officers we've ever had in our history. We reduced crime last year by 25%. The year before that, we had the lowest homicide rate since 1954. We have 555 homeless in the entire city. Cities like New York and San Francisco and California have tens of thousands. They've refused to prosecute what they consider petty crimes, which means that crime is rampant. And stick-ups, people stealing things, breaking into cars, breaking into homes is through the roof. And then I think the third reason why is probably the most important, which is I haven't found a person that can figure out a way to live yesterday again. So that means you better be really confident that the place you're living in is the best place on the planet, right? So you better be pretty confident that the place you're living in is the best place on the planet. And we feel pretty damn confident that that's what Miami is. And we feel that way because we're investing in all of the things that people would want to experience. We have incredible restaurants. And you've experienced this already, so you know this. I'm telling you what you already know. We have incredible restaurants. We have incredible cultural facilities, art centers, science museums, art museums. We have probably one of the best private art galleries in the world.
Yeah.
Best art festival in the world. We have all the sports offerings. We're about to get MLS God willing, in Miami, and Formula One. We're the only city in the world that has all the major sports franchises, plus MLS and Formula One. So it's just, the real question is not why would you want to stay in Miami? The real question is, how could you be crazy enough to leave?
I love it. Okay. All right, fair enough. I do have a question, though, and maybe this is an ignorant question, but hopefully you can explain to me, and maybe there's some other people out there who also feel it.
By the way, in the summers, I don't know if you're single or married or what your status is. I'm married, so I'm happily married 14 years. But in the summers, there's this thing called the beach, and it's a really cool place to go, particularly if you're single, and you get to experience another part of Miami's beauty.
Got you.
Which is the warm water, of course.
Yeah. The not so natural
anywhere else in the world.
Okay, so we come here for the summer, we check out that beauty. Now here's my question. How is it that some cities need robust taxation to function and some cities or states don't? Why can you guys function without all these taxes, but in New York, I'm just getting screwed by taxes?
You know, they just have it wrong. And I'll tell you this, we are blessed in a way because we were traumatized. And what was our trauma? Our trauma was that pretty much everybody here in Miami, or a lot of people here, were kicked out of a communist country, right? And the communist experiment goes a little something like this. Charismatic leader convinces everyone in the country that all they need to do is give all their property and all of their possessions and all of their businesses over to the government, and the government will handle it all. They'll make sure that everybody's equal and that everyone gets their fair share. There's nobody rich, there's nobody poor. And that is one of the biggest frauds perpetuated on humanity. And it's been perpetuated over and over and over again because it's very appealing. If you're someone who grew up in a difficult neighborhood, if you're someone who is struggling to get by, it's really appealing when a leader comes to you and says, hey, I'm just going to take all the money away from the rich people and I'm going to spread it around the poor people, and everybody's going to be equal and everything's going to be great. Unfortunately, what's happened in the history of humanity is that every time it's been tried, the only equality that's produced is equal misery, right? So Cuba, time capsule of the 1960s when capitalism went away. Venezuela, second wealthiest country in the world. Now 90% of the people live below the poverty level. So, the communism is effective. It's effective at destroying countries and destroying probably the single most important thing that we all have as human beings, which is hope. Hope for the future.
I have one question though. Isn't it true that communism creates some pretty smoking hot babes?
I don't know. I mean, I guess in Miami, if you say that, they
Venezuela,
left
Cuba, Russia. I'm just saying.
It's cross-continental.
Wherever communism goes, hot chicks come. So it's good for something.
They're not living there anymore. They're living in Milan. They're living in Miami. You know what I mean?
Well, capitalism gets them out. I mean, We're definitely going to find a way to extract all the resources from a resource-rich place, 100%. But communism has been good in just that regard. But I hear you. Maybe we should push back against communism. Okay, so it's selling a lie. And right now, I guess you're saying, like, the people in New York, since we haven't experienced that, or a lot of our families haven't come from those places, like my mom comes from Scotland, right? She didn't experience communism. She doesn't know what to push back against. So she's like, yeah, let's give a little bit more. Let's give it a little bit more. And eventually you give so much that misery is the only option. That's what potentially people see.
Yeah, I mean, I think what happens is when you start getting to the point where you're paying 57%, 60%
too much,
taxes.
Too much.
For every marginal dollar that you produce, you're only making 40 cents. It's a huge disincentive to be productive, number one. Number two, the people who are wealthy are like, I'm out of here. They can go wherever they want. The wealthy people can go wherever they want. They can go to Puerto Rico. They can go to Miami. They can go to Bahamas. They can go to wherever they want. Switzerland, right? They can go anywhere. So they're going to go to places where it's hospitable. And then the third thing is when you have cities like New York and other cities in California that are pushing out innovators, when Amazon, created the HQ2 competition and they awarded one of the two HQ2s to New York, everybody's like, well, maybe New York's not dead after all. And then all of a sudden they pushed out HQ2. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. How could you push out 50,000 high paying jobs in a community? That's just crazy. And it's negligent. You know what I mean? In terms of those 50,000 people that would have had high paying jobs, those families that would have benefited from it, all the downstream benefits to the restaurants and small businesses that benefit from from a big company like that coming into a community. You saw the same thing in San Francisco. One of the councilwomen tweeted out, F Elon Musk. And you know what Elon Musk said? Message received. And he took off.
And he's out of there. Yeah. And AOC with the heavies was obviously doing that in New York and caused a little bit of a problem there. Yeah. Okay, so you've got us convinced, obviously, with the taxation. I don't think anybody wants to pay more taxes. I don't think that there'd be a single person on the planet like to give away more money. And if they do want to give away their money, they want to decide where it's going. 100% sure. You said something interesting where you wanted to create a Bitcoin hub.
Yes,
out of Miami.
We're crypto cowboys. I don't know if you know that,
dude.
So when you said you wanted a crypto hub, I was all on board. I also don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? Crypto hub? Can I pay for lap dances at 11 with Bitcoin?
You don't do that.
Right now?
Pay with Litecoin.
Right now?
I have to plead the fifth. So I what I will say is, look, we want to be on the cutting edge of tomorrow's technology. And, when you talk about tech, which is a bigger and bigger part of our world, of our life, right? Everything that we have is tech based. Just the fact that we're doing this podcast right now using a variety of technology just gets more and more, tech focused. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and blockchain are a huge component of the next generation of tech, in my opinion, my humble opinion.
Yes.
I was on the blockchain task force and a blockchain foundation way before I tweeted out, how can I help? And so I've been following and tracking this technology for a long time. And I just felt like it was a very easy win for Miami to come out and say, hey, we're going to be on the forefront of this new technology. And we're going to invite people like yourselves to come here and feel welcome and be able to innovate in a city like ours. And what better way to do that than in a space where there's a huge interest, where it's extremely positive, where people are very bullish and excited about it, and where it's trying to become mainstream. So I wanted to be part of that wave, and I wanted to be in early, and that's why we did what we did.
We've seen a trend where the most successful modern cities have a combination of two things: tech and gays. You got tech coming in. How do we bring the gays?
Oh, Miami has a tremendously large diverse population of all kinds of people, not just people are LGBTQ.
I said not just
LGBT. Yeah, not just. Yeah. No, we have a very robust LGBTQ community. It's part of who we are. It's part of our identity. And it's not just that. We have a tremendous amount of diversity, from Caribbean nations, African nations, Latin America, South America. I mean, it's Europe. It's really an incredibly cosmopolitan city.
Now, one question off of what you guys were just talking about, making this a tech hub, moving Silicon Valley to Miami. Silicon Valley money is great. Silicon Valley people, their culture is trash, and they tend to ruin the cities they go to. San Francisco sucks now. Austin's going to get ruined. How does Miami keep its culture while allowing in tech money, tech jobs, tech business?
Well, I think it's a variety of ways. First is you hope that the people that are coming are kind of traumatized, like we were traumatized when we left Cuba, in terms of you wouldn't want to perpetuate the same policies and the same quality of life issues that you left from, right? The whole idea is if you left something, you don't want to replicate it where you're going, right? You want to go to something better and different. So we're hoping that as people come, when they came from Cuba, that they wanted to create a more perfect city. And that's what we've been focused on trying to do for decades. I think the second part is we as a community have to reestablish our identity and talk about who we are and why it's important for them to know who we are and to integrate into Miami as we know it. And so I think and the beauty of Miami is 70% of the people from Miami were not born in Miami. I'm one of the few that was actually born here. I'm the first mayor of Miami in a 125-year history of the city. I was born in the city. So yes, sir. So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it is not unusual for us. We're an immigrant sort of a city. It's not unusual for us to have people from outside coming in. It's not like a weird thing for us.
I've been speaking to people in Florida, right? And people who work service jobs, people who work the specific jobs that were, not allowed to work in New York, for example. And they spoke about the politicians in Florida with this amazing gratitude. I've never heard people speak about politicians with gratitude, ever in my life. But they were so grateful that they could go to work, they were so grateful that they could literally serve food at a restaurant and be able to like feed their family, right? And I'm curious about the decision that you guys made to keep things open. That was risky. I mean, you're kind of rolling the dice. Was there any trepidation? Were you ever like, if we get this wrong, it's it for us?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's a huge, humbling and honorable experience to be sitting at a restaurant and have one of the servers or waitresses come up to you and tell you, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. I'm here because of you. I'm so grateful. I'm able to provide for my family. And I think part of the problem with the conversation on COVID was there was a variety of false narratives. One of the false narratives was you either care about protecting people's lives or you don't care about protecting people's lives. So, right? So you only had two choices. You can only be put into one of two boxes. You either cared about people's lives, in which case you had to do all these things, right? Close all these things, do all these things, or you don't care about people's lives. And that's not the way I looked at it. And when I would be in these conversations with the epidemiologists, whether they be national or local, I would tell them, wait a second, here's the way I look at it. There's human suffering on this end with COVID, and then there's human suffering on this end economically with the shutdowns and all these things. So you cannot create a false equivalency where this one is greater than this one. No. They're both equally bad, right? There's no good choice. So what we have to do is we have to protect as many people as we can without harming as many people as we can, right, on this ledger. And I think, sometimes the doctors, the epidemiologists, and even the press didn't want to hear it because it didn't fit their preconceived narrative, or they didn't want to, they wanted to get into that box. But, that's what our job is. Our job is to be a representative of the people, right? It's to figure out what's best for everybody. And that means sometimes making hard choices that maybe not seem popular or not well received by the press at a particular moment, but upon reflection, end up being the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was baffling to me when I would see the numbers come in, and the New York numbers and then Florida numbers were marginally different with extremely different policies. And it was baffling that New York just wouldn't open it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, they, again, I think there wasn't just New York. I mean, and part of the reason why people were coming, was because we were open, right? A big part of it was because we were open. So people were coming because we were open. People were coming because of remote work, so they could actually work from Miami and not suffer any sort of, economic risk from leaving the place that they were at. Yeah. And part of it was just the taxation, the weather. I mean, it was just everything. Yeah. The way I look at it is, people ask me, well, what made this happen? I said, well, look, it's a lot of things that made it happen. It's every straw that went on the camel's back that ultimately made this moment happen.
Yeah. The real reason we're here is Andrew ate a meal in the cold in New York, and dead serious. I don't know what he told you. He flattered you, but he actually ate a meal and his hands got cold, and he said, we're coming to Florida.
I can tell you the exact moment. I was eating a meal and a gust of wind went up under my North Face jacket, and in that moment, I sent a text to the group, and I go, we're moving your families to Florida.
I'm done. I love it.
No, but I have a question based on what
the cold can do that to you, man.
You wouldn't know. You'd know nothing about the cold.
I don't want to know, my friend. I want nothing to do with that.
Dude, we're taking you to New York.
Listen, you see this back here? This is not a virtual background. Yeah. Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Those concretes are really swaying.
I'm going to flex.
Neither is this. Okay?
I have a question based on what y'all were talking about. New York mishandled the pandemic. I think California completely mishandled the pandemic. You're trying to take San Francisco's business. You could also take Hollywood's business. To me, there's no reason Miami can't be the next Hollywood. You got good-looking people. You got great weather. Everything LA has, less taxes. Would you be interested in bringing that here? And what would you do for studios or whatever?
I would. And I'm not a huge guy into subsidies, but I do think that there's a room for us to have film subsidies that are at least equivalent to, if not a little bit better than what the market is. Because like you said, I think we are a natural destination, but no one is going to make a movie that's going to cost them an extra $10, $15 million somewhere else. So what we've learned is we have to compete on that level. And I'm not sure right now our legislature wants to do that. But if they did, I would be 100% supportive of it. We lost a lot to Georgia, tremendous amount to Georgia in terms of filming. Right. And listen, I like Atlanta. I like Keisha. She's my friend, but you can't compare Atlanta to Miami. I mean,
Let's go. Let's go. Well, listen, we know we don't have all your time, so I want to do a little lightning round with you. We always do. Go. What is that? Some construction? What are you building back there?
pointing at the weather. That's all.
All right, ready? Lightning round. You are a hero in Miami, okay? You won your election with 86% of the vote. That is like Middle Eastern dictator levels right there, okay? So, my question to you is, can you get me a reservation at Carbone for 4 people on Monday?
Yes, no doubt.
We're staying, boys! We're staying in Miami! Okay, 2. When you were the commissioner of District 4, you wanted to be connected to the people. You gave out your personal cell phone number to the citizens of that district so that they could contact you at any time. Approximately how many dick pics did you receive?
Is that the size of what you were getting, or is that the number?
Actually, now that I think about it, just kidding.
District 4 stands for inches. Okay. You are a proud Cuban American. Do you still live with your parents?
I'm married with 2 children. If I live with my parents, I'd have some major issues. No, I don't.
Okay.
Thank God.
Do you live with your wife's parents?
I'm not gonna even go there. No, I do not live with them, but I'm not gonna go there.
Okay. All
I
right.
enjoy my marriage. I'm very happily married. 14 years.
Okay. My last and final question. Miami is truly amazing. We absolutely love it here. We extended the amount of time that we were going to be here because we love it so much. But why is South Beach the worst place on earth?
Because we had all of America's tourists at the same moment.
You could just say New Yorkers. It's fine.
Yeah.
You could just say
We had everybody all the things that you saw, we had $50 flights, $50 hotels. It was the only place open in America, and everybody had the week off.
Yeah.
So it was a recipe for disaster.
So what you're saying is we need to stagger out spring break.
And thankfully, I'm not the mayor of Miami Beach. So
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yet. Okay, we're working on it. We're going to try to get you up to New York, to be honest with you.
With those dictator numbers, I could run for anything.
Francis, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Before you go, we've enjoyed our time here. How can we help you? We have a pretty big platform. We want to know what we can do to help you because you've honestly done an amazing job with your city.
Well, thank you. First of all, keep telling the Miami story. That's the most important thing. If you don't tell your story, somebody else is going to tell it. You're not going to like their version. Please boost my social media. I'm at Francis Suarez on Twitter, at Mayor of Miami, and at Miami Mayor, depending on whether it's Instagram or Twitter. So check me out, follow me on those, because that gives me a broader platform and a broader voice to be able to express what I think is this incredible generational moment, this tectonic shift in the way that our world is going to work and the way people are going to live and where they're going to choose to live. And I think we're going to come out on top of that discussion.
Well, we're excited. We support you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I look forward to the rest of your career. If there's anything you need help with, you let us know. All right, my man?
Yep, thank you.
A lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless. All right, guys, that was Mayor Suarez. Yo, go shout him out on Twitter. Shout him out on Instagram. Show him a lot of love. If you appreciate that he's kept Miami open and you appreciate that he's made it so these doors have been open to us and we've come down here, go shout him out, man, because it does take balls to do what he's doing. You know, and so there's a lot of politicians that are erring on the side of caution and they just shut everything the fuck down because they're worried about their political careers, and these motherfuckers took a risk and it is paying the hell off, so we appreciate it. So go give them a shout out right now. What is his social?
He's
Mayor Suarez or something like that?
No, he goes under the government account, so Mayor of Miami. So go on Instagram. He's great on Instagram. You'll see he really is a man of the people, is at all these events, and definitely isn't the mayor of South Beach. So
he don't fuck with
he got out of that.
He did say go to the beach though.
Yeah.
I love the Heavies reference. Throw
it in there.
Well done.
Anyway, so thank you so much to the mayor. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we're ready for him to become governor and then president one day. And then that's our guy.
You know why he's my guy? Remember when he was just like, why it's got to be one or the other? Why you got to shut down or not care about human lives?
Yeah.
That was when I was like, this guy's great.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he agreed that AOC had the heavies.
And he did agree, right? He did agree. And he's a crypto cowboy.
I don't know if he agreed. I don't even know if he knew what the heavies were.
No, but he knew.
But do you think he did?
He knew.
Nah, Dub doesn't think he did. He's trying to maintain a relationship. Good job, Dub.
Trying to get invited to the White House.
Hey, guys. Did you see what the mayor of New York has been up to recently?
No.
Yo, you see that thing of Yang when the dude asked him? He's like, can you choke a bitch with your Timbs during sex?
Wait, what?
Wait, you haven't seen this video?
No, I saw him get kicked out of that rally. He was at a Black Lives Matter rally, and they moved him.
Bro,
Who, Andrew Yang?
literally...
Yeah.
I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Yo, why? Because he wouldn't let them get their 5th house, this motherfucker?
Wait a minute. Hold up. There's so many things going on. Andrew Yang, first of all, get this video up. It's this dude is asking him. I think Charlotte posted on his Instagram, but the dude asked him, "Yo, is it okay to keep your Timbs on when you're like choking a bitch during sex or something like that?" And he answered the question super diplomatically. I think it was brilliant. Like he goes, I think that's between you and the girl. I think that if she's cool with it, that's fine. And then the guy kept on going and he laughed. And of course, the people who do not want Andrew Yang to be mayor latched onto that shit. They're like, mayoral candidate Andrew Yang is laughing at misogynistic humor.
Oh.
That shit,
Ooh.
hey, bro, some people make a living doing that. And there's nothing wrong with it. And it can provide a nice lifestyle. Do you have that video up, Al? All right, here it is. The realest question that's ever been asked to a mayoral candidate of New York.
Can a man keep his Timbs on?
Can a man keep his Timbs on?
Yeah, while he's fucking bitches, can a man keep his Timbs on?
Oh my! I mean, I really.
Oh Lord.
I'm in disbelief. I think it's purely up to your partner, right? I mean, if your partner is cool with it,
That's what I'm saying.
I love Andrew Yang.
You choke bitches on that? You choke Can a man...
All right.
Did he hit him with the?
Yeah.
He hit him with that.
So-
That's funny.
He goes, can a man keep his Timbs on while he's fucking? And I think, and then Andrew Yang diplomatically goes, and first of all, I'm annoyed with Andrew Yang because him and his publicist refused to come on Flagrant 2 podcast. They're not as brave as
We've been Yang Gang
the
out here.
mayor. We were Yang Gang.
Be loyal, yo.
Actually, I've never been Yang Gang. I'll
I'm
be honest
Yang
with you.
Gang, bro.
I don't believe in that. Give people money and then they vote for your shit.
Give me money. I ain't voting otherwise.
Say again?
I ain't voting otherwise. You might as well pay me.
All right, fair
No,
enough.
he's coming on.
So we were trying to get him on, but he's been ducking, and there's no way he's going to do a flagrant interview after this shit. That's fucking done. So the guy goes, well, you guys heard it. What do you guys think? I thought he handled it brilliantly.
It's purely up to your partner. That's perfect. Alliteration
The
and
next
everything.
one is when he goes, you choke bitches? He goes, you choke bitches? And he just starts laughing and moving away. How do you not laugh at that? That's a
Yeah.
hysterical thing to ask a future fucking mayor, potentially.
What's he supposed to do? Hey, yo, I don't think that's an appropriate question. Fuck you if you do that.
Yeah.
Then fuck him.
No, if I'm him, I would just say I wouldn't use that word. I don't call women the B word or something if I'm him. Right? Like, that's, I think, where people are getting pissed.
Well, it depends who you choking, bro.
Maybe his wife.
You don't know
likes
how
to
that
go
girl
fucking
identifies.
No,
Maybe
it's not
she
choking.
sees herself as a bitch.
Yeah, it's that. That's my point.
What do you mean?
Like, if the issue I think with people are taking with this, they're like, oh, mayor can't be talking about bitches. So he just has to say, yeah, you can choke whoever if they're consensual, blah, blah, or just I wouldn't use that word. That's all you gotta say, right?
You sound like a liberal cuck.
That's a
It's one thing if he came
the
to the
mayor,
mayor's
bro.
mansion. No, he's going into the streets with people. There's gonna be different
Yeah,
people
dude.
talking about different things, and he went on this guy's street.
This is a young comic of African
Yeah,
American.
can we? How do I get out of that? He was on his blog.
Dumb doesn't
Guy's
sound
trying to
an
make a
elitist
living, yo.
Fucking bagel bite, dude. And he was on this gentleman's.
My deli
this,
is right behind there.
Yeah. This gentleman's street. We
He was on this gentleman's street, which we own all the buildings, and charge exorbitant amount of rent.
Quite frankly, he can afford. He had a place.
Yeah, he's on the
actually.
street for now until white people move in and kick him out. But
I don't know. I think it's just so corny to like smear Yang based on this. I think that's whack. Don't you think?
Why are they trying to get Yang so hard? Why do liberals hate Yang?
Ooh, maybe because Yang represents, and I never thought about this. I never thought of him as this before, but maybe because Yang represents like the kind of Bernie clan in a way. Like he's like, yeah, let's give universal basic income. Let's just give fucking money away. And maybe the Democrats that are like, kind of like fake Democrats, like the Biden Democrats, they're not really Democrats. They're like socially Democrat about some shit, but they're like, let's just go to war. Those Democrats, the Kamalas and stuff, like maybe they're like, yo, we don't need the AOC stuff. We don't need any of that like what they view as like democratic socialism creeping in.
I've also
to
seen
our
the other
party.
side on Twitter criticizing him. He made that video in a bodega, and everybody's like, that's not even a real bodega. He doesn't know what a bodega is. Shut the fuck up, dude. You fucking loser. He's trying to say support independent business, and then he had a tweet series saying, like, I don't want unlicensed vendors in New York City selling stuff on the streets. I want to try to help them get licenses. And then the same super far left people were like, he's trying to cut off people trying to make a living, income, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Doug, you didn't even read the second tweet.
He
These people are
sounds
coming
liberal
for
with
him.
universal basic income because he's saying it from the point of view as a pragmatist. He worked in
He's a
technology.
pragmatist.
That's it. So everyone else is like, no, it's a socialist idea, redistribution of wealth, all of this. He's just like, this is how you plug the leak. This is how we can get back and make things more fair. But I think just as a pragmatist, let's not analyze him as anyone that is standing behind a super set of liberal ideas.
That's why I love him. He's a robot, dog.
Yeah.
And he knows robots are going to take our jobs. And he's like, we got to do something in the meantime. Here's a little money to hold us over. This is what it's going to be.
Al,
I'm for Ray McGuire.
you like Ray?
He literally just looked up the black guy's name.
No,
Not
that's
him.
Eric.
That's Eric Adams.
Eric Adams is the black
Who's
guy.
Ray
He's
McGuire?
lit.
You're not voting for the black guy out.
Do you want to know what
another
he
black
did?
guy.
You want to know what he did, Google, bro?
Yo, Eric Adams or Ray
'Cause I know
McGuire?
this.
Right, he Googled Jay-Z endorsement of New York mayor.
Because I couldn't remember his name, but I know Jay-Z George.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because some of y'all stink. And we're going to cut that shit out right now, okay? Self-care is a two-way street. There's you and there's the products you use. That's why you deserve a brand that puts the same care into their products that you put into yourself, all right? Like Native. Now, a lot of you aren't caring about yourself. As a matter of fact, you're not caring about yourself enough, and that's why you need Native, okay? They actually care more about their products than you care about you. That's why you just learned about this right now. You walk around stinking it the fuck up. You stink. Stop stinking. That's something that's under your control. It's
Mark
getting
stopped
hot.
stinking.
He stopped stinking. We got him Native.
Yep.
Simple as that. Look, Native cares about what you put on your armpits. That's why their deodorants ingredients list include things you've actually heard of, like coconut oil and shea butter. Another plus, none of their products are tested on animals, and almost everything is vegan. Native is risk-free to try. Every product comes with free shipping within the U.S., plus 30-day return and exchange. Plus, they have options. Native has a line of sensitive deodorants for people with baking soda sensitivities, plastic-free deodorants if you're trying to cut down on your plastic consumption, and even an unscented option if you're all about your natural scent. And if you want to try something a little different, check out their rotating seasonal scents. Now, you can even subscribe to Native, so you'll never have to sweat about running out of deodorant again. That is the most annoying thing when
That's
you're
the
rubbing
move.
the bottom of that plastic
Just
shit.
subscribe.
Just subscribe. Look, make the switch today when you go to nativedeo.com/flagrant or use the promo code flagrant at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/flagrant or use the promo code flagrant at checkout for 20% off your first order. Go do it right now. Stop stinking. Let's get back to the show. Guys, we got some shows coming up, man. Go to theandrewschulz.com. Get on those tickets for the tour. A lot of them are sold out for the second leg, man. Thank you guys so much for selling out the first leg. I'll tell you which cities we got. Right now, we are in West Palm Beach this weekend. I believe it's completely sold out. Maybe there might be a ticket or two that'll pop up. You can check that out. Then next weekend, we got Miami, Florida. We added a fifth show. Miami, thank you so much. You've been so amazing at selling out these shows. We added a fifth show. Go get that one right now. Then May 7th and 8th, we got Phoenix, Arizona. Those are sold out. We might add another show if y'all guys want it. Virginia Beach, go check those out. Orlando, Florida, check those out. St. Louis, Missouri, check those out. San Antonio, Texas, check those out. Denver, sold out. Maybe we'll add another show. Omaha, check it out. Charlotte, North Carolina. Go get it, go get it, go get it. And thank you so much. TheAndrewSchulz.com. Akaash, what you got?
Yo, first of all, shouts to everybody that came out in Portland. We sold out the weekend, 7 shows. It was so fun. Thank you guys so much. May 20th, I'm co-headlining with another Indian comedian who's a good friend of mine, Nimesh Patel. We're going to be at the Miami Improv right here. So if you want to see me headline in Miami, come through. Also, June 4th through June 6th. We're going to be in Phoenix also at CB Live. I'm going to be there with some homies. And then June 17th through 19th in Kansas City at the Comedy Club of KC. Come through. Let's have a fucking blast. My ticket's at AkashSingh.com.
Also, guys, if you're in the New York area, if you want to record your podcast, head over to WTFmediastudios.com. And if you're looking for consulting to build your studio or tricks and hints to improve your podcast, also head over to WTFmediastudios.com.
Yo, go direct to Alexx so Weezy don't get none of that money. Go DM AlexxMedia, okay? So Weezy don't get her whatever percentage you give her, 10% or something. Whatever little percentage that Alexx gives Weezy, Alexx taking that whole shit back, all right? I'm just kidding, Weezy. I love you. Go check out WTF Media Studios. It's been awesome to see so many people recording there right now. Wayno, I think I just saw was in there. Who else you got? Maybe drop a list of the...
We got Wayno. We got the master investor, Ian.
And then Brianna's podcast. Yeah, that looks so fun, man. I honestly am very curious about it. She has a podcast where she's breaking down the Bible, but doing it in like this
very fun way.
Like, I don't know. She's great. And the clips that Shifty's been putting out have been phenomenal. And but I want to listen to that because I'm curious about the Bible, but I've tried reading it and that shit is fucking... There wasn't a lot of competition when they put that book out. I'll tell you that much. That shit is long, B. But yeah, so that was really cool. What else?
Say Less with Kaz in there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we have a lot of people going. A lot of people showing up.
Great. So shit is cool. Go check it out. WTF Media Studios. Is that the email?
Yeah.
WTF Media.
WTFmediastudios.com.
And you get all the information right there. All right, let's get back to the show.
I saw you look up. You said, I'm voting for Ray Maguire. I saw you look up and think about it in the top of your brain to pull it down.
He's my guy.
I'm voting for Ray.
He's my guy. He's my guy.
Yeah, he's
what do you
like
about what do you like about Ray Maguire?
Jay-Z supports him.
Why do you think Jay's supporting him?
I don't know. We've been out of New York so long, I don't know what's going on.
You're not even
I
New York
haven't even
no more.
been paying attention.
Second place is Eric Adams, and these are the Democratic primaries, and whoever wins the primary in June is going to win the mayorship.
I love Eric Adams, though.
Yeah.
I love that man.
Wait, why do you love him?
Because he's strong.
Yeah.
He's strict.
He wears his Timbs?
He
He
doesn't believe in Timbs.
Wait, really?
He won't even let his kids have Timbs, bro. He showed you how to go around your kid's room and find if they got Timbs.
That's really crazy.
He's not getting elected. So.
You don't think he's getting elected?
Nah,
that guy's going to the top, and we're going to make it happen.
If he don't support Tim's, I don't know if he can.
If you don't support this podcast, you can't be mayor of New York.
So let's hit up Ray.
I'll hit up Ray. I'll hit up Eric. Yo,
like I said, my vote could be
what's
bought.
$1,000 a day, motherfucker's name again?
Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
$1,000 a day.
Whatever his name is. To give the money, bro. He's treating us all like we starving kids in Africa, bro. What is this? Why is he doing that to us,
20
bro?
cents a day.
Yeah, like why don't treat us like that, bro? Is that who we are to you?
In the arms of an angel, bro.
$1,000 a day sounds pretty nice.
That's kind of lit. That's kind of lit.
I mean, if he read on that,
that's a good policy.
He might got my book.
Yeah, I switched that up, but I don't want $1,000 a day if everybody else got that. I want it just me. So I can stunt. Right? How am I supposed to stunt if everybody got the same shit?
That's a good point.
Right? Then they gonna go to all the restaurants.
Oh, fuck.
Then I can't.
Damn.
What?
Let me tell you
It's
something.
coming back, baby.
By the way,
No, I'm ready for New York. And I do feel New York's gonna be back. And Miami's starting to get hot. Like I caught a heat stroke. I was working outside. I was working out outside.
So annoying.
Son, I almost caught a heat stroke, bro. Y'all ever had heat stroke? It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, dude, I almost caught a heat stroke.
Which one is the Jewish person here?
I almost caught a heat stroke, bro. I was working out and a fucking stroke of heat caught me, bro. And I
Start getting stroked?
Son, I literally almost caught a heat stroke, bro. I was doing the pads. And then I literally took one hand, I went, I put my pad up on my forehead like that, and the heat stroke got me, dude.
While the
It
Jewish guy was
unbelievable.
inside in the AC, that's how you know he still isn't.
Yeah, I was out there, dog.
Trying.
I was out there hitting them pads, bro. Because someone need to check Jake. Someone needs to. It ain't going to be me, but someone need to check Jake.
I think you could do it.
Nah, Jake. I get knocked out for Jake, but for $50 million. Yo, $50 million, son, guaranteed? Let's go. We dancing.
That would be
If
a fun
you
fight.
train to the gym, put on low weight, you could take it.
Trained for 17 years. This is
My ankles don't even work no more, bro.
Nah, you could take it.
Now, Jake a big boy. When we saw him, I was like, this motherfucker big.
Logan, I
Not
think,
that
is bigger.
big, Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Logan is like
bigger.
taller, but Jake, I was like, oh, he, for his height, is a big dude.
Yeah.
Nah.
So are you over Miami or what?
No.
You're getting heat stroked out?
I timed this perfectly, right? I started getting heat stroke end of April.
Yeah.
If we left May 1st and went back, I'd be like, man, I still miss Miami.
Yeah, you want a little stroke.
I want to be ready to go back. I want it to be like mid-May. We're like, nah, we're ready for New York. Boom. Yeah. Yes. You see me? You feel what I'm saying?
I like it.
It's going to be gorgeous. We're going to go back to New York and be like, beautiful.
Cool
City's
stroke.
going to be ready to go. Fucking great Gatsby shit. We going to roll in, go right to the Waldorf. Bitches in the Waldorf. Not bitches, but our loved ones, our wives. But bitches in the Waldorf. Fucking, we
Let's fucking go, son.
bitches in the Waldorf.
Let's go.
Bitches in the Waldorf.
Son,
You know what I mean?
Paint a picture for him.
All right, I got bitches in the Waldorf. Put my fur over the couch. Wait a minute,
Why you
different
got a
season.
fur in
It's
May?
different season.
Yeah, what you
different
doing?
season.
Yeah,
All
summer.
right, bitches in the Waldorf.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's cool.
Bugatti in the driveway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even park it. Leave that shit in front of the Waldorf.
Yeah.
All right?
Cute ass valet guy.
Say what?
What?
Cute ass valet with the hips.
Yeah, with the hips.
What size waist are you? That's what I said.
Yeah.
What size waist
30,
are you? He's like,
32.
what? I say, don't park it. Leave it right there.
Yeah.
All right? Little Schmucker's jelly. Spread you on, son. Yeah, you get spread. You get spread, Schmuckers.
Yeah.
You know,
What
he's
else?
confused.
What
I
else?
don't care. I got bubbly in the bathtub.
Yeah. Back to bitches in the Waldorf.
Bitches in the Waldorf.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back.
Bitches in the Waldorf, bubbly in the bathtub. Pop, pop.
Bugatti.
Pop, pop. Bugatti downstairs. I called, yo, can you bring a car? Psych is already there.
You know
what I mean?
Get the
Schmuckers.
room service.
Room service.
Cute ass little Mexican dude comes out.
Adorable. Motherfuckers adorable. Anda la arriba.
What's he bringing you?
Huh?
What's he bringing you?
Shit.
More bitches?
Grab them ankle. That's what he gonna bring me. You know what I mean? But he, what else he gonna bring
I
me?
done left and came back to this party like 3 times already.
Bitches in the Waldorf.
Let's go.
We got bitches in the Waldorf.
Bitches in the
We
Waldorf.
got Mexican guy bringing a little silver shit with the ice
Yeah, with
in
the
it.
nice lips.
Ice in it with the fat lips and a nice little mustache, just perfectly trimmed so you can focus on the lips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give me that
You
eggs
know what I
Benedict,
mean?
bro.
Yeah, give me that churro. With a little dulce de leche on the tip. Squeeze it out.
Yeah.
Squeeze it out.
Yeah, but no, bitches in the Waldorf.
Bitches in the Waldorf. Yo, we writing our next song.
The
son.
second song of summer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yo, give me a beat, Al. Bitches in the Waldorf.
Hey.
Jelly,
on,
take him to church.
Yeah.
Damn, we need jelly, bro. 'cause this shit hard to write songs,
Yeah,
dog.
when it's us, it's fucking sucks.
What rhymes with Waldorf?
Waldorf salad.
What, Mark?
Forrest Whitaker.
Open her up. Open her up. Hold on, open it up. Okay, what rhymes with Waldorf? Come on, you're good at this.
Tall horse?
Oh, bitches in the Waldorf.
Hey.
Only got the tall horse.
Roast pork.
Oh, bitches in the Waldorf.
Yeah.
Only got the tall horse. Eating on the roast pork.
Ooh. With the
We waited out the snowstorms.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, I mean.
Showtime. Showtime.
Yeah.
Yo, we in the subway. Showtime. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime. It's showtime. Bitches in the Waldorf. Bringing out the tall horse.
yeah.
What's the next one?
Brunch with some roast pork.
Brunch with some roast pork.
Ooh.
Avoided all the snowstorms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grab a chick by her long finger.
Yo, this shit right here.
you can grab a chick by.
That means you're gonna marry her, right?
Grab a chick by her long finger.
Yeah.
I might as well put a ring on her. Or put a ring in her.
Yeah.
Nuva.
More angrier.
We gonna run another humdinger.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bubbly on the bubbly.
Yeah, bubbly.
You know, sparklers on the Bugatti.
Bugatti, yeah.
Sparklers on the Bugatti.
Yeah.
Look at the ceiling, see the constellations.
Why you sound like Action Bronson exactly?
Look at the ceiling, see the constellations. Orion's belt. You know what I mean? Kind of look like that Mexican dude that brought the fucking tray of appetizers to the hotel. Probably gotta undo his belt too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seen a Big Dipper.
Big Dipper, yeah.
Yeah. That's what my IQ was like after taking that vaccine. That shit hit the Big Dipper. Your boy down at 77. Take the Wonder Lick right now, probably lick it.
That was bars, bro.
Yo, bitches in the Waldorf.
There we
Oh,
go.
yo, we back.
Now I'm back.
Yeah, we back.
I'm back.
You got stallions, I got tall horse. Yo, tall horse. You don't know which one it is?
I don't know.
Pop that ace cork.
Oh, pop that ace cork. Come on.
We need some help.
We a bunch of big dorks.
Damn, why are you so good at writing fucking lyrics, bro?
They kind of are
Man,
self-deprecating.
reluctantly, lean
I
in,
know.
dog. Go,
I know,
dog. You got
bro.
it.
What's that? What's the name of that?
you guys-
those people that wrote all the plays back in the day?
Jew Harlow over here. Hit that shit.
We do know the rap bars of Jews.
Simon
Little
and Schuster.
Dicky,
Simon and Schuster. What's the other guys?
Beast-
Who's
Beastie
Simon
Boys,
Schuster, the
Moses.
publisher?
What?
Yeah.
Who's Simon Schuster, the publisher?
Yo. All right, ready? Let's do it. Bitches in the Waldorf.
Oh, we back. Let's go.
All right, let's get off of Waldorf. That shit is
That's
hard.
hard. Yeah.
Plaza.
Oh,
That's
open up.
another one. Dude, Peter Luger's.
All right, ready?
Got the Bugatti and it's orange.
Oh, Mark. God
Oh,
damn, it's so
not-
hard to rap orange.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, ready? Hold on, we got this. Let's go. Let's hit this. You ready for this?
Plaza.
No, we hitting this. All right,
rhymes with
all
orange.
right.
Alright, coming.
All right. Peter Luger, see your bitch, I might steal her.
Yep.
I'm with two real dudes, Hava and Nagila.
Okay, I'm with you.
Right?
Yeah,
we was doing it, bro.
That was hard.
We was doing it. All right. We was doing it. All right. We was doing it. All right. Ready? All right. Wait, what was it again? What was I doing to Peter
Peter
Luger's?
Luger,
Okay.
Two dudes with you. Ava.
Hava and Nagila.
Hava and Nagila.
Put that truffle on that matzah. You want to make it all Jewish? I can
Yes,
go all
yes,
day.
yes.
Guys, no.
Damn, dog. This is your moment.
Yeah.
Put some tandoori chicken on it, bro.
Oh, that's
Bring
not true. Oh, we were going multicultural, bro. We're multicultural rappers right now. We were taking it to the next level.
Damn.
Al, can you just recenter us, please? Because you're the Tesseract here. For rap, we have to draw all of our energy from you. Okay? You're our rap
You're our
Tesseract.
vision.
Yeah,
Let's
the
go.
You are
let's
North
go.
Star.
Bitches in the Waldorf.
It's lit! Bitches is in the Waldorf. son.
Very
We got
expensive.
Bitches in the Waldorf. I keep telling people like, yo, what y'all doing tonight? What are we doing tonight, Al? Hey, what's going down tonight, Al?
I think we might have some bitches in the Waldorf.
Now you know you gotta hit it strong, son.
Yo, why you say it so mean?
Yo,
strength, the strength.
R.I.P. Black Rob. How would Black Rob
Yeah,
say it, bro?
DMX. Give me the DMX.
Yeah.
How does he talk?
Yeah. I'll be that Rob Marciano.
Yeah. I got bitches in the Waldorf.
Bitches in the Waldorf.
I felt that in my loins. Keep
Riding
going,
on
Al.
a tall horse.
Oh, the Trojan. Yeah.
Leave sperm on
Yeah.
abdomens.
Only chicks and no guys.
Never guys.
Yeah, that's
Not
gross,
even
yeah.
maybe one time we made a mistake, but it's fine.
Yeah, only girls. It's straight porn.
It's
And,
done. Okay.
what about this rap,
Come on,
dude?
bro.
I want to talk about some soccer bullshit, right?
This is the biggest story in the world.
Yeah,
All right, let's talk about-
Mark,
let's
take
talk
it
about
away.
Biggest
Greatest
story in the
sport.
world. Let's
Greatest
talk about
sport.
biggest story in the
Biggest
world.
story. We just
Biggest
made a
story
hit
in the
over
world.
here. Y'all talking
We
about-
coming in with bitches in the wall.
That's what the fuck I'm talking
Waldorf.
about.
Yo, son, you can't say that bar don't hit you.
That
like
shit
that.
did hit, yo.
That's a bar.
I wish
That's
you
a
chose.
bar,
I
dog.
wish you chose a different hotel. To be honest,
Nah, because
Nah.
Waldorf.
It hits.
It hits.
it's just don't what rhymes with it.
And now
What-
you can
hey.
say we're bringing Ronaldo and Neymar and Messi to
The Waldorf.
Waldorf.
Yo,
Nah, keep them pretty
bitches in
motherfuckers in the plaza, dog.
Waldorf.
Keep them away from our bitches at the Waldorf.
They don't have a Waldorf in Miami yet, I don't think.
Fuck.
Nah, they're building one though. I know this.
Yeah.
Yo, this pineapple shit is so fun.
Can I have some?
Yeah, how come you're the only one that's light up?
All right, soccer. All right, hold on. We have to recenter ourselves here.
Yeah.
Something's happening in soccer. So you know we fucking care about it.
Any
Mark
soccer
cares.
fans right now are about to be so pissed at this conversation.
I know.
Oh,
for
shut the fuck up, soccer fans.
Yo, Mark came through dressed for the occasion. Motherfucker is so ready to talk about soccer.
Come on,
bro.
this is my Super Bowl.
Mark,
Uh,
break down what's happening in soccer, and we gonna act like we care.
Let's call it football for the Rex.
No.
I like those energy, bro. We might have to call it football.
Only real sports are football. Go.
All right. Only real sports are football. There's only one.
Only real sports are football.
It's only that one. That's it. Yo, bitches in the war dog. Son, playing football. That's
Yo, that changed the whole energy of
Yeah,
this
it does.
podcast.
It really did. Wow. All right. So basically, in Europe, you got. I mean, it's just how long do you think Ian Rose?
I mean, I don't even care. I stopped listening already. Go.
Number one story in the world, dude. Number one story.
Dude, get to it.
All right. So basically, you have in Europe, you have the national leagues where they play. That's like Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, that kind of thing.
You
And
play
then
out. You have Spain. You have England. You have France. You
every
have
country
Italy.
has their own league, and then you have a continental tournament or a continental league. It's called the Champions League, and basically all the best teams in every league, the top 4 teams from every league, will all play each other in a cross-national showdown, and
Called
called the Champions League.
Yeah.
And it's like the greatest, arguably the greatest sporting leagues, like sporting event outside of like the World Cup.
Right.
In the whole world, better
Every
than
year.
any other sport.
Every year?
Every year, more than any other sport. More people watch than any sport ever.
I don't believe
That's
that.
true.
Religion.
The best.
Formula One is more.
More people watch Jake Paul than that shit.
Facts.
Champions League got to get Triller, I think. But basically, what happened is all the teams that were making the most money. So it's like Liverpool, Tottenham in England, Arsenal, another team in England. Oh, Manchester United, Barcelona, Madrid, and then in Italy it's Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan. Basically, all of them were like, yo, we're going to form a super league. Fuck the Champions League. We're going to make our own money. We're going to stream our own.
What about Germany?
None of the German
Munich.
team, none of the French teams went with it.
That's the
That's
drama.
that's the rift. That's part of the drama. So basically, they said, look, we're going to make our own league because no one gives a fuck about these other smaller teams. They're not paying to watch them play. They're paying to watch us play. So we're going to do our own league where we're going to make all of our own money. We're going to stream our own games. And instead of, us playing each other every now and again, or maybe risking that we don't make it because we lose to some lower team and we lose out on $200 million to go to the championship. We lose in the group stage to some random team.
That's lit.
We can't risk it, so we're going to start our own league, make our own money. We're going to play our games wherever the fucking highest bidder is going to pay us, and we're going to make all of our own shit. A lot of these teams, also, is important to note, in England are owned by American owners.
Oh yeah, like LeBron owns one of them shits.
Yeah, he's like a part owner
Arsenal
in Liverpool.
or Liverpool,
And
or
like,
Arsenal?
what's his name? John Henry is the Red Sox owner, also owns Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Dude that
vice
owns-
chairman of the Super League is like Kroenke, who owns like
Yeah, he owns
Dodgers.
Kroenke.
Yeah,
He owns the
that-
LA
so he's
Rams.
part of this new league. It's like a Spanish chairman and then 3 Americans. Where you're like,
Yeah.
too many Americans on this board, but that's because
and this dude Glazer,
they know how to make money.
The guy that owns the holding company that owns the Buccaneers owns Man United. So it's like basically these billionaires are like, yo, fuck the league, fuck the tradition of soccer, fuck all that shit. We're gonna make our own money, stream our own games, and fuck the fans, whatever. We're gonna do it however we want to do it. So it's kind of like basically like a mutiny or like taking over the whole tradition of European soccer by billionaires. That's the short version.
You're the only real soccer fan here.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what's good about this, what's bad about it.
I mean, what's good about it from like the position of the clubs is that they're able to then control, because basically like soccer blows up in Korea, for example, because of Manchester United signs this Korean player and it blows up. This is a few years ago. Park Ji Young or something.
Oh,
I mean, probably a Kim. But basically,
That's the easiest.
Park.
yeah, it blows up in Korea, and Manchester United is like, that is his name. That's his first name.
Yeah,
So-
you just said it. He's like, oh, yeah.
So, for example,
Yeah,
it
you said
blows
that shit
up-
like he didn't say it.
Park is his name.
You said it with the energy of I'm correcting you.
Yeah.
Park.
And I accepted that. Why did I accept that shit? I was like, oh, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. You're totally right. Park.
Liberal cuck ass.
Yeah, I know.
Right there.
My bad. But basically, they're going to be able to control their own leagues. They're going to be able to control their own games. They're going to be able to make all the money from it, and it's probably going to like benefit the players of those teams in a way. They might get a pay raise, and the clubs will be able to make more money. For the fans, they'll be able to watch these like the best teams that exist at the time playing each other more frequently. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is like some of the plus sides to it. There might be more residual opportunities that are good.
Yeah.
For the clubs, but the negative side is like one, it is like sort of like depleting the tradition of soccer in Europe. So in Europe, a lot of teams like aren't even necessarily making a ton of money. Like the majority of teams in England aren't really making a ton of money, and they just exist because it's the tradition of the town that the team is in. So like in America, a lot of the teams like will make money. MLS, all those teams make money. This is a thing that Zlatan actually brought up. He's like, yeah, dude, like the MLS makes money, even though it's not that big, the level's not that good. All these teams are making money. In Europe, they just do it for the tradition of the game, the love of what soccer is over there. And so doing this is basically going to create way more disproportionate advantage to those teams that are playing in the Super League. Because on top of that, they want to take away the Champions League, but they still want to play in their national Premier League, Serie A. They want to still play in like their national English league.
And then instead of doing Champions League, they do their Super League.
Exactly, and they're going to make crazy money doing the Super League.
Because they just don't have to share it with as many teams?
And they don't have to share as many teams, and it's all the biggest games. And so then they're going to be able to go back to their national leagues with all this money, and they're going to be able to trounce them even more.
Oh.
So these other random teams, Fulham or whatever, like that don't have the money that they do, are gonna that wealth gap is going to be even greater.
And their argument is also like every year in Champions League, that no-name team has a chance for a Cinderella story to come in or play a season in Champions League
Leicester
before
City
they're
in 2015,
relegated.
they won the whole Champions League, and it's like one of the most craziest like upsets in sports history.
Porto in 2004, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like bashing
Why-
the tradition. It's
Yeah.
like fucking up the local smaller teams.
Yeah.
It's
why
like,
is this short-sighted? It seems to me like this is short-sighted and it could have negative effects in the future.
I mean,
You
it's
don't want
gonna,
a too disproportionately competitive league.
It's directly non-competitive.
Yeah.
It's creating basically a monopoly on soccer and making it not free market.
Now,
like,
to be
European
fair-
soccer has relegation.
Yes, but to be fair, within their individual leagues, that's kind of where it already is. Like, for example, like Real Madrid and Barcelona are going to be the top two teams no matter what. And then
Right.
maybe another team will like sprout out for a little bit, and then they'll just buy those fucking players. So it's like, when you watch La Liga, it's almost like Formula One, where like the winners have been decided already.
I don't think that's true.
When in our existence have Real Madrid, Barcelona, or what Atletico Madrid not been the winners of La Liga?
I think Atletico Madrid won like not that long
I
ago.
just said that. When of one of those three?
I think he's saying Atletico's not one of the big three.
Yeah,
I guess they're
Atletico's
one of
not.
the big
I
massive
don't think they're
clubs.
going to the Super League. Like, there's been
But still, okay. So with Formula One, right? There's like 10 teams, 2 cars a team, and you know who the top 3 fucking people are going to be, and that's just what it is. There's
Right.
nothing you can do about it. And that's kind of how things are in soccer leagues as well.
in Spain is more so, but like England is less like that.
What about France?
France is even less like that. Obviously, PSG is like the epitome of like big
Right.
money, oil, and sports.
And then what about Germany?
Germany, there's more fluctuation. Again, like there's always going to be like the Lakers and
Right,
of,
right.
of the any league, but
Yeah.
it's much more
It
equitable.
does seem like there's much less parity in European leagues, sports like the sports
What
they
does that
watch.
mean?
Formula One.
Parity.
Is like the NFL. Anybody can win the Super Bowl any given year.
Oh, yeah.
We're all kind of on equal ground.
Yeah.
The NFL is the most.
Yeah.
And then it seems like Europeans, even though their government is much more about parity and not letting people have too much, the sports they watch, it's all just the haves and the have-nots. Formula One, soccer, whatever the fuck else they play, who cares?
But that's what makes Champions League interesting is that you have all the best teams where, like, for example, in La Liga, there might not be as much open market competition because these 3 teams win every year. Same with, like, in Serie A, like, Juventus has won the last 7, Serie A tournaments. So, like, they always win. But in Champions League, it's way more equitable because it's all the best teams that are competing with each other.
So I guess what I would ask is, like, how is this not a better version of Champions League?
Because, I mean, on the one hand, like, it is affecting all the lower teams in those leagues. So, like, it's affecting the actual quality of the play in the other leagues, telling the other teams, like, go fuck themselves. So, soccer fans...
Just so I understand. Don't those teams already go fuck themselves because they can't make Champions League? I thought Champions
But
League
they could still go... They could still go into the Champions League because
They have a
top 4
chance,
teams
I guess?
from every league.
Yeah.
Oh, it's top 4.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's top 4. So then this new Super League is basically like, let's just do top 2.
But they're basically just saying it's a closed group.
Oh,
It's not even based on merit.
I'm
It's just,
understanding
hey,
now.
I
the
didn't explain
richest
that.
team.
New league.
Got you. That makes way more sense to me and why it's frustrating. Because what I was thinking was like, dude, the top 2 are already decided always anyway
Right.
with these leagues, or at least the top few is all the same, right? But there's a chance you get a sneaker that comes in there at 4, and then they get the opportunity to play on a much bigger stage, make
It's like
much more
Leicester
money.
City was like this
Leicester.
nobody team that comes through 5 years ago and wins the whole thing.
Boom.
How have they been since?
They've been great. Yeah, they've been competing super
So
high.
that money like floated them.
Yeah, exactly. And it changed the whole trajectory of the club. And that's what happens with a lot of these clubs is that they'll do nothing, have this crazy showing, get all this money and be able to buy players and grow the club, and then the whole club flips.
That's okay. Then for that reason, the fact that like it's very difficult, but you can get there. I believe in the Champions League, and I would believe in the Super whatever it is if they had the ability to get in. But the fact that you're like closing it off, it actually reduces competition even
Exactly.
amongst the end.
It's a monopoly. It's directly non-competitive.
And you take away hope.
But at the same time, like what happens in UEFA and the Champions League when a big market team like Inter Milan, for example, like they didn't make Champions League, but they know they're so much better than some other players from other leagues that are in that Champions. They have to sit out for an entire year without those eyeballs, without those jersey sales for that. So for them, they're like, we're always
so they don't want to.
on the global side from a business perspective. I'm like, you get to keep
This is
the
interesting.
eyeballs on. I'm more willing to watch more of these like crazy matchups between like Real Madrid and Juventus than all of these other Champions League games.
This is really interesting. So what they're trying to do is protect themselves from a random year where they get bumped out of the Champions League and they lose potentially hundreds of millions.
Yeah, and the streaming rights are crazy. Like if they go to the Champions League final, they could potentially make upwards of like $3 million, $4 million.
So I'm looking at this.
400 million.
Yeah, I'm looking at this a little different. I'm looking at this from this actually doesn't benefit Real Madrid or Barcelona. This benefits the team that barely makes it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Let's say the top 4 teams that make it in the La Liga are Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, and Valencia or something like that, right? Like this kind of really benefits Valencia because they're like, oh, I'm locked in, I'm guaranteed that Valencia might not be in it, but like the teams that are locked in that might not make it some years, like you were talking about the Inter Milan, they could lose $200 million if they have a bad year.
Yeah.
But people might not want to watch the games because all the biggest players aren't in those leagues. So like, okay, we're not gonna like, are we gonna watch the Champions League because like random, lower level Serie A teams are in, or do we want to watch those lower level Serie A teams play Real Madrid? Like it's those big money games that people want to watch. And so by pulling all the money out, you basically just tell the leagues like, yeah, no one's gonna watch you anyway.
It's like if the Lakers, the Knicks, Celtics, and whatever other big 3 teams.
No, I'm talking about like if you don't qualify. So for example, he was saying like Inter Milan just didn't qualify one year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact they didn't qualify for Champions one year, they lost out on all that money throughout the year.
Exactly.
But if you knew you qualified every year because these were the teams that were fixed and in there, now you don't have to worry about losing $200 million.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're making the Super League.
Yeah,
right.
That now it's all starting to make sense.
At the expense of the other teams in the other leagues that all of a sudden like their big fish are out.
I looked at it like Barcelona and Real Madrid are just being greedy, when in reality it's the team that might not make it sometimes. It's the Inter. Juventus knows they're going to be in. But Inter is like, no, this sounds like a great idea. Because they could be bounced out some years.
Potentially, yeah.
Juventus as well.
Yeah.
Until they got Ronaldo.
So that's the same. That's why a lot of the English teams, I think like right now there's like 4 or 5 that are in the conversation, but I think like 5 more are like, yeah, we would be in it if we could. Like they're like putting in bids to be in it.
Especially if you have a big fan base, you want to say, you're saying, I want to serve that fan base year round. So we're locked in.
I'm not a fan of removing competition from sports.
But how do you stop this from happening?
So a lot of people are trying to stop it.
Well, UEFA has...
Sorry to interrupt. This kind of already happens because they do these scrimmages.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this? Like Real Madrid will come here and play Barcelona in Giant Stadium.
Yeah, I went to one of those.
And they fucking make so much money. And I'm sure that they're like, why don't we just always do this?
And that's the other piece of it, is that they're going to start doing the games instead of doing, Tottenham versus Manchester United, or even like Liverpool, Manchester United. It's a huge rivalry. Instead of doing it in Manchester or in Liverpool, let's go do it in Saudi Arabia. We're going to go do it in Beijing.
Wherever they're going to pay.
We're going to do it to where the highest bidder is, which makes it feel almost more like a money grab. That it's like,
slutty.
You're not even doing it for the actual fans that adore the team. You're not going to do it in the city that like lives on, like Tottenham, for example, is like one of the poorest like suburbs of London. And so much of the town like sort of lives on the revenue that those games bring in. Like when Arsenal comes over to play Tottenham in Tottenham's home stadium, like that stadium like thrives.
The bars around it are going crazy.
Like, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so when you remove that, it's like you're removing a lot of the sustenance even just for local cities. Like,
okay, so there's crazy pushback not only for the fans for the reasons of like here they see that their teams will potentially be excommunicated from this bigger picture, but also because they rely on the business that comes from this.
Right.
Interesting. So there's a lot of like football towns in the way that we have like university towns in America.
Yeah,
like,
it's a college town. They
college
just
town.
live for that. It's exactly that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, for an American, I mean, they're looking at it probably like there's 300 million Americans we can still convince to love like super high-end soccer. There's 2 billion Chinese people that are still fighting for like who their teams are. So yes,
they're in acquisition mode, dude. That's really what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see how you stop this. There can be uproar.
There's going to be this.
It.
Well, what's going to happen right now that they're saying is that they're going to try to UEFA's needed so much reform for so many years, but right now they're saying that they might come after the players. Like if you get traded to another team, they're going to try to penalize people within Champions League this doesn't. What I don't understand is like what happens if like PSG and some of the big French teams and the big and Bayern don't go in there. How does that? Do you know? How that's
So the thing with that, like one, the way that they're going to penalize them is, and again, UEFA is not perfect. Like UEFA and FIFA are both corrupt in their own other ways. Which is arguably like why they're doing this, because they weren't giving, like basically all these clubs were like, yo, give us a guaranteed qualifier spot in Champions League. Like you're making us like gut it out in all these games. Like just give us a guaranteed spot. Like we're getting players injured. Like it's affecting your bottom line because we can't have our stars playing. Like just give us a guaranteed spot.
That doesn't seem corrupt though.
Give us more money. They're negotiating on that end, whatever. But basically they're saying to the players, hey, because FIFA is its own governing body, UEFA is its own governing body, to say, hey, you play in these games, you can't play in the World Cup. You can't play in the Euro. And that is the biggest stage. And so all these players are like, do I go play for these in Beijing with Real Madrid, or do I go play for Spain in the World Cup? And so now they're penalizing them in that way. Smart. And the reason why the French teams and the German teams haven't jumped on is, one, to my understanding, and I'm not positive about this, but the French teams have an invested interest in UEFA. And that PSG is sort of like, in the way that like these other billionaires are trying to corrupt soccer and make their own league, I think PSG is sort of like corrupted UEFA. And UEFA, I think, is like a French governance already. But like they're sort of like in with UEFA, being like, hey, help us out with this, give us like a good deal. And so PSG is like, no, like we're with UEFA. And then I'm pretty sure the German teams have what they call the 50+1 rule. So my friend David was breaking this down for me. He basically was like, they have the 50+1 rule. So basically the German teams have what they call like fan trusts that have partial ownership of the team. So because they have
the Packers.
Yeah, exactly. So they have this fan trust, and so basically the fans are like, this obviously disenfranchises the fans. So the fans are like, no, we're not doing it. So
the fans are making the decision for the German clubs.
Right.
They don't have the autonomy.
Exactly. So they're preserving the German tradition in Bundesliga to stay with their cities and stay in their league. So
yeah, it's kind of wild. I mean, I wonder if could something like this happen, you think, to American sports?
Kind of. They don't have the intercontinental or the international sporting games though, like that. You know what I mean?
But couldn't the NFL? I mean, they're the most greedy owners. They're the most. I don't give a fuck. The 6 biggest teams in the NFL be like, yo, we're just gonna form our own league.
Well, that's what Jerry Jones did, right? Didn't he say, I'm selling my own rights to TV? Like,
yeah.
Didn't he start this?
Jerry Jones is like a big, as shitty of a GM as he is with football, he's a fucking brilliant money guy. And apparently everybody thought he was crazy because they used to just go to CBS with the TV deals and be like, hey, we'll just take whatever. And Jerry was like, no, we're not doing that. And he was like, fuck that, break the deal. He was like pivotal in them saying, hey, who's the highest bidder? You get NFL games. And now that's changed the league money so much. How much do these guys pay? Like $2 billion a year is the most recent deal for ESPN is paying for like fucking Monday Night Football or something that we don't even care about. And I think he went through and negotiated his own sponsorships for his stadiums with Pepsi, even if the NFL was with Coke or whatever. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. So if theoretically they want the NFL to be a global game, they want teams in London, they want Jacksonville to go to London at some point. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people hoping that happens. Couldn't they be like, hey, they already play a game in London every year. What if Jerry was like, hey, we'll just go play every Cowboys home game wherever the highest bidder goes?
Well, you could do that, but you need a certain number of games to sustain the league. You know what I mean? So, like, if the NFL teams break off and only 6 of them are in it,
it's going to be tricky.
How many games can you get out of 6 teams playing each other?
Yeah.
And so, like, even in Premier League, like, they play 40 games, but then they play Champions League and all these other tournaments. So, like, they're able to do it because it's like an international league contest. Yeah. And then they still have their regular league sustaining them. So it'd be the equivalent of, like, if there was a Canadian basketball team.
Well, there are international basketball leagues. Do you think any of them are big enough? Like, who's the big one?
FIBA?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if they were to even do like an NBA FIBA, tournament, then it would be interesting, but there's no real American equivalent to it, I guess.
So what do you think ends up happening?
I mean, it depends on how much pressure, like, governments, like Boris Johnson is getting in on it. He's like, we're going to try to stop this. We're going to do whatever we can to stop it. So, like, the people that are going to lose money are going to, like, push back, and the people that are going to make money are obviously going to be for it. And then it's just a matter of who has, I guess, like, the bigger influence.
If you take away their ability to compete in the World Cup,
I think that's huge.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah.
The World Cup, or what's the other one? The Euros?
The Euro, yeah.
Euro Cup. Like every 2 years, the Euro?
Yeah, every 4 years.
It's every 4 years, but it's 2 years after the World Cup. It's 2-2.
There's no way. I mean, and maybe the kids that are growing up now in the sport, right?
Right.
Maybe they grow up now and then they don't value the Euro and the World Cup as much because they've been indoctrinated with this new Super League thing, and that's the most valuable thing.
Yeah.
But the generations prior, who their entire lives have revolved around winning a World Cup, or at least competing in a World Cup, there's no fucking way that players are going to play in this other tournament.
If the biggest stars, I don't know if they're still Messi and Ronaldo or whoever, if they were all like, nah, I'm not doing it, the Super League's not going to survive.
Yeah, there's no. Also, that would really affect the World Cup because what if the big players weren't playing?
Yeah, exactly.
And now the World Cup is like, well, who ends up winning? And can you really value that win when you know that some of the greatest talent on the planet isn't even in the competition?
Right.
The World Cup would be more sustainable without the stars than a Super League. Super League would.
It would, because people are at the end of the day just so like they identify with their country
Yeah.
so much. But the victory wouldn't mean the same because you're like,
Yeah.
did I really beat Portugal if Ronaldo wasn't playing?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
So it creates a really interesting dilemma. And one thing that people suggest is like, oh, maybe they'll continue to retain their status in like the Champions League and retain their status in these national leagues, but they'll just play a different lineup. So Juventus has Ronaldo, and they'll put Ronaldo in the Super League, and it'll be the Juventus Super League team, and then they'll have their B team that plays in the regular league. So the question is, does their brand equity draw enough people to want to watch?
Both.
Yeah. Do we want to see the Real Madrid B team play in La Liga?
Probably.
Maybe.
Probably, because people, when I was in Barcelona, there were Barcelona fans that didn't even know who the players on the team were.
Right, but you knew that it was the team.
Yeah, you knew it was the team, and like watching the B team might.
So
that's
where it gets tricky.
Like I'm not watching the G League Knicks.
No.
Right, even though you know it's the Knicks.
It's the Knicks.
It's not the
But is it?
Yeah, and if you know that, and then the question is going to come down to like, can they sue and can they actually say that no, you can't play in the World Cup?
Wow.
Do they have legal?
That's what I was
sanctions to
wondering.
say that? Like,
Yeah, they probably don't have the ability.
On
to
what
say
grounds
that,
can they
but-
say that?
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, they don't have any grounds to say it. But then again, wait a minute. If the World Cup is just a private tournament, they can decide what their rules are, right? As long as it's not too discriminatory.
Yeah, I mean, they
I
can
feel like that
sue-
wouldn't hold up in court. Like if you sued and you were like, they're not letting me play, they can't. I don't know. I feel like the players would win. You can't punish a player.
Maybe there's a
for
no
it.
compete clause or something. Who knows? I mean,
Yeah, and apparently, like the players aren't happy about it. Like none of the players for any of these teams were really briefed on what was happening.
It's tough because it's international owners who don't understand the game, just being like, why don't we fucking do this?
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of American owners. Like,
they just don't understand the cultural
this dude
implications.
Kroenke's like, why is there like relegation? Like I bought a team. I couldn't imagine the fact that I have this team in this league that could eventually go to a different
That's
league.
the greatest thing about soccer is relegation.
It's like, and to them, I think from a business perspective, and from a commercial perspective, it's just a nightmare. Like if you're an owner of a team, like owning the British team, and obviously like the odds of Manchester United getting relegated are like nothing.
Explain relegated to everybody listening that doesn't know.
So basically, there's like within a country, they
Yeah.
have a league like the NBA,
yeah,
and then there's a lower league. So there's NBA 2 and there's
yeah,
NBA 3.
or G League, and
Yeah.
it's just like imagine the Knicks lost so many games that the NBA just said, "Hey, dude, you can't even compete with the
Yeah.
other NBA teams. You got to be in the G League."
Yeah,
And then the Knicks would be in the G League
and then a team from the G League can come up.
if the G League team was playing so well.
Well, they always do. So anytime a regulation goes down, someone comes up.
Right. The best
Yeah.
team.
So every season,
in the G
there's
League.
teams coming
Yeah.
in the league and out of the league.
which is cool and exciting.
Yeah,
And then,
again, it's way more capitalistic to me than what we do in American sports, which is, oh, you're the worst team, here, you get the best player next year.
yeah, you get rewarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's so funny that like in this socialist environment, they have the most capitalistic business practices when it comes to their sports, and we have the most capitalistic business practices when it comes to our sports, and we have the most socialist policies when it comes to our players.
Yeah.
Right? No, we have the most capitalistic attitude
Policies
when it
with
comes
business.
to business, but when it comes to sports, it's so socialist. There's
Yeah.
a fucking salary cap that you can't spend more on,
Yeah.
more than.
And that's part of the reason why Zlatan was saying the thing about the MLS. Like,
Yeah.
these teams are always making money. It's a safe bet. Like,
Yeah.
this American sports model is like guaranteed money for the owners,
Yeah.
but it creates a worse product in that regard.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, these European teams, like, they're training these homegrown players, like, putting all their money into it. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we'll break even just to not get relegated. Whatever it takes to not go down in league. So it creates a really high level.
It's really interesting. Al, what do you think? You don't care.
So the question is,
I keep yawning because I keep looking at Al and Al's yawning. It keeps getting me.
No, what's the question?
so we see with basketball, obviously America is the best basketball league.
Yeah.
If there was a relegation system in Europe, would it create better players in that league? And if they had, I guess, like a European soccer mentality towards basketball, and let's say there was a basketball culture there,
Yeah, the Knicks should have been relegated for years.
I really
You
wish
guys
they
deserved
were.
it.
I wish they were.
and would the ownership treat their players differently, and would they treat how they
Yes.
drafted and everything differently if they knew they could get relegated?
There's no punishment for being bad. Again, you almost get rewarded.
Yeah. I mean, teams in the NBA try to be bad. They try to get the highest pick, which is having the worst record.
Right.
I mean, there's a lottery system, but whatever. God damn, this jerky's good, boy. I just think it's really interesting to see American influence in this European sport, and with a complete lack of understanding of the culture that is soccer.
Yeah.
They might even understand. They just don't care.
Well, they're just saying
They didn't grow
we
up
have
in
the NFL and the NBA. We know what we're doing. Of
they
having
do.
a closed system without
And
relegation.
they do, and it will make more money. It will make more money, and it will succeed. I bet you. But at what cost?
Yeah, you have to stop them because otherwise there's...
Because what has happened in the NBA and what has happened in the NFL, not as much in the NFL, but what's happened in the NBA is it's become a players' league.
Yeah.
And
Not really at all in the NFL. The owners cut
Yeah.
that shit out.
but players' league in the fact that like people are fans of players
Yeah.
and they follow those players.
Right.
And sometimes those players supersede the team. And I do not think that this is the case with European soccer.
No.
I think that you grow up in a city, you have your team. Now, who's your La Liga team? If you're an English dude, you might have a La Liga team that you follow, and that's based on the players. But the team that you love from your country,
Yeah, your number
is
one...
where the fuck you're from.
Yeah, your number one is because of the team, is not because of the player.
This is interesting, man.
LeBron
Wow.
fans are LeBron fans. They're Lakers fans now. They were Cavs fans 3 years ago. Heat fans 8 years ago.
This is one of those like perfect examples of like inconsistencies, and I've actually seen this a lot with the police shootings as well. Like,
Wait, what?
I know it's a weird change of topic, but like I never understand this.
I'm so curious how you're gonna thread this.
No, like I never. Okay, so like when it comes to European sports, right?
Yeah.
European is very socialist in its societal and cultural values, but very capitalistic in its sports.
Right.
Okay, America, very capitalistic in its societal and cultural values, very socialist when it comes to sports.
Right.
Right. You see this happen with police shootings, right? Police shootings feel like the one thing that like liberals and conservatives should agree on,
Right.
right? Like conservatives, and I'm talking about the extreme ones, are all about fighting back against governmental abuse of power.
Yes.
This is abuse of power. We were talking about earlier, right? With Canada. This is the government abusing their power. We have to stop the government from using our power. We have guns, just in case the government abuses their power.
Yeah.
Second police shooting happens, it's, well, what were they doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why was he resistant? What's
Yeah.
going on? There's not this immediate knee-jerk reaction to government use of... If the government goes, we'd like you to wear a mask. What is this government abuse of power?
Yeah. But
with
then if a
police
guy
shootings,
gets shoot for cops, then comply. Just comply.
why don't you comply? Why don't you just go? Look, we need compliance. Compliance is important. Do what they tell you.
Yeah.
Right? So you have this complete switch with conservative when it comes to that. Liberals, right?
Yep.
Liberals are, we believe in big government, trust the government. The government has your right intentions as long as they're the intentions we agree with. We want the government to do the right thing, and we trust the government to do the right thing. We need to build out government organizations, have the biggest possible government, and give the government as much power as possible to implement the rules we agree on. How do you feel about the police? Defund them.
Just
Get rid of the
them.
police. Make it smaller. We want government smaller. We want less government influence.
Right.
We want less. This is the one fucking topic both sides should be able to meet in the middle and go, we kind of both agree on what should happen here.
Right.
And neither of them will. And they're both taking the opposing viewpoint
Yeah.
of their general position when it comes to politics. And I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand why they both can't. I'm talking about the extremes. Obviously, not everybody's on the extremes. There are people with nuance. But I'm trying to understand why both sides can't just come to this simple thing, both extremists, and just go, yeah, we could change something here.
Yeah. It's just you don't want to give the other side a victory, I think.
Is that it?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
How is that like the Super League?
Excuse me. Their position about culture is completely different than their position about sport, right? And the political position is completely different than their position about police shootings. So both sides are essentially hypocritical in the way that they treat the police.
Maybe. I don't know, though. Because in Europe, like, assuming that it's... And again, I'm not positive, like, how socialist those countries are, but, like, they're more socialist than we are here. But, like, they probably look at sports and they're like, yeah, they don't have to be fair. Like, we should have fairness and rules, but, like, if a team gets relegated and their shit gets fucked all the time, like, it doesn't matter. Like, because that's the nature of the game, and they're in a sport, and they're getting relegated, so whatever. But as far as our society, we should take care of people and blah, blah, and the
It
government...
does make less sense in America, to be fair, to be like...
But that's the argument I'm saying. Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt,
no.
but that's what I'm saying.
But I don't think it's hypocritical.
He thinks they don't look at sports as a part of... Like, the rules for sports and the rules for life are supposed to be different. They shouldn't have to be the same.
Regardless if they believe that or not, there's still an inconsistency.
It is an inconsistency.
Like,
I think to them, though, he's
yeah.
saying to them, it's like, yeah, but sports isn't life. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, if they're just taking the position like, yeah, we're hypocritical when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's hypocrisy.
They don't see them
We
as
can
like an
get
equal thing.
Caught up in which word that we use for it. I guess my point is like culturally there is
An inconsistency?
yeah, and it's actually more interesting on our part.
Yeah.
Like we're these big capitalists, and we're like, but you can't pay them too much.
Yeah.
What if they're worth that? And we're like, no, it's not fair.
We're all through life. Life's not fair, which I get.
Yeah.
But then sports, this isn't fair. The players just get to choose wherever they want to go.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just get richer. The rich get richer. The poor get poor.
Yeah.
This isn't fair. This is why sports sucks.
Yeah.
We actually look more pussy than them.
Yeah.
They're pussies throughout everything, but then sports, they're like, who cares? Don't give a fuck about anything. And then sports, we're like, wait,
Yeah.
what's wrong? This isn't fair. And it's
Yeah.
like, yo, sports, dog.
Yeah.
Do salary caps benefit the owners?
Yes.
Of course.
In what way?
Of course.
You're
It puts a
paying-
salary on how much
How much
you
is
spend.
LeBron worth? $1 billion a year. How much do you have to pay him? 30.
Yeah.
It's like,
But that's the thing. I don't even know
And
if
Jerry
that's
pushed for the salary cap.
yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
That's not even like a cultural inconsistency. Like they're putting on like these like imposed regulations or rules on the league just to benefit the owners and to make as much money. Which
No,
is
but the
completely...
citizens are like, this is how it is. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the citizens are doing the bidding of the owners. The citizens
Right.
are like, well, why do you need to make more money?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. The citizens are like, competition should be fair.
yeah.
And you can make the argument that like that benefits a citizen. You can make the argument like it's more interesting when there's parity,
Yeah.
as you said. So there is a capitalist drive, not for profit, but for enjoyment, right? In the enjoyment matrix, yeah, I like football because every fucking year, you don't even know who's going to win halfway through the season.
Yeah. You didn't think Tampa Bay was going to win when the playoffs started.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, but that doesn't even seem inconsistent with society. Like it seems like the cultural ethos of America is like work hard, make as much money as possible, and then the league is like, yeah, we're gonna put these rules on you so that we can make as much money as possible.
But why can't the people working hard make much money as possible?
Because the owners are the ones. That
I'm
are more
saying
important, and they're making the rules.
Yeah, the league owners are always going to be capped. Billionaires are consistent.
Right.
I don't think billionaires are hypocritical about
Yeah,
being
billionaires are like, we can be capitalists, but not the people working for us.
Yeah.
Which to me is inconsistent. Like,
Yeah.
because billionaires will harp on, like the fucking Koch brothers or whatever will put out all these different YouTube and Twitter and Instagram videos about how important capitalism is and how it's going to drive this many people from the bottom to the top and it's taking this many people from destitute poverty into middle class. And the second someone's like, well, we would also like to be rich. They're like, well, we didn't say rich. We just said middle class. You know, you're not going to go all the way to rich now. Let's be crazy here. Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like, in this regard, a lot of times we use capitalism as like a talking point, but we're really not about that life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we don't want everybody to be capitalists. We want our little cronies to be
Yeah,
capitalists.
free market for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how.
Yeah. Rules for me, but not for thee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the shooting thing always strikes me as interesting.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Why is that never a conversation?
I don't.
You see libertarians make it.
What
Like the neocons of it. Like the libertarians, like the conservatives that basically are like money conservatives, but not like money and war, but not like religion.
Socially liberal, fiscally conservative. That's what I
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
That's
And
what I kinda
they
feel.
make that argument. They're like, yeah, we should do something with the police. We have to adjust it. It's fucked up. It's abuse of power
Yeah.
and like zero accountability.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean I don't want to pay taxes. I mean,
Yeah,
that doesn't mean I want
yeah.
to not make money.
Yeah. That's all you have to say. You'd be like, all right, well, we're going to train them way better. It's just going to cost more in taxes. And they're like, yeah, you just try not to get shot. Why? Like, what do you mean it's going to cost more in taxes? Who knows? How do we solve it? We're not sure. Guys, anything else before we get out of here?
Nope.
No? Okay. Guys, this has been an episode of Flagrant 2. Thank you so much to Mayor Suarez for joining us. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you Friday on Patreon. Patreon.com/Flagrant2. We do an episode there every single week. Join the asshole army. Patreon.com/Flagrant2. And you see what that is all about. I'm sure you can ask some of your friends. It gets pretty wild over there if you know any Patreon assholes. So we will see you there. Thank you so much. Peace.